A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Jacqueline Close-More Live with Jacqueline Close-More. Jacqueline Close-More. Live from Jacqueline.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Jacqueline Close-More Live on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, welcome to the show. I'm Jacqueline Close-More and you're on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. And I'm coming to you live from Melbourne, Australia, the home of Lockdown 0.02. Crazy times. We've had 9 public housing commission towers locked down for 5 days. No one in, no one out, which has been horrendous. And 8 of those towers have now come out of lockdown, literally at midnight last night, and one of them is still in lockdown. Interestingly, across the road, in a really snazzy looking, up there apartment building, they have not been locked out. Okay, but just as they are coming out of lockdown, the rest of us are back under lockdown. So we have this whole energy here in Melbourne of being what's called ring-fenced. So we're stuck in Melbourne and cannot get out. I've gone sideways. So I'm just proving that Mercury retrograde is a fun thing to do. Don't you love it? So I hope I don't do the show sideways. It's going to be kind of horrendous. Here we go. How about that? I should hopefully be facing the right direction now. Apparently not. Turn it back. Here we go. Okay. Then by facing the right way now, it's just going to be horrendous. But it's a bit like what's happening in Melbourne at the moment, really. It's sort of you're stuck where you are and you just have to make do. So I'm going to work on this while we go here. Now, I've been asked, when is this pandemic ending? When are we going to get out of this? It's actually quite a long haul. Some people have kind of been speaking about July 2021. Other people have been sort of speaking about 2022. There's a lot of talk going on, certainly in my field, between different people that I speak to about when that is. What I'm going to say is that we kind of need to prepare for this. And I think, if we can kind of maintain the social distancing rules, I know, difficult, but if we can do that, it's going to get a bit easier, to make the best of this. Look at that. You can now see my ceiling. You've got to love this. There we go. I'm back again. Okay. Wow. See? This is what you can do in the middle of Mercury retrograde. It's kind of been a unique time for media people. They've had their kids turning up, their pets turning up in the middle of their appearances on show, and I've just done, a semi-sideways kind of roll around the screen. So hopefully you're not all terribly annoyed with me, but it doesn't really matter if you are, because what am I going to do with it? This is live. You can't change live. It's one of those things. So I'm just going to keep touching this screen and we'll keep on the air. Being asked about this pandemic, I think the thing is, let's not get into all these conspiracy theories. There are a lot out there. Do I think that I want to believe everything the government tells me? No. Am I going to believe all the conspiracy theories that are out there? Am I going to name them all? There's just that many. There's a number of people who really get a lot out of conspiracy theories that really do not have your best interests at heart. And I think we shouldn't give those people more money, particularly people who are snake oil salesmen back in the 1990s, who are still around today, and their false information kind of backs up the hard right wing if you really do your research. And people often talk about, well, I did my research, and what they did is they watched some crazy YouTube clip, and that's not research. If you want to talk about research, talk to people aged 18 to about 25, they're really onto it. My son, Mr. Virgo, he's really onto it. He's like into the details, and he'll hate the fact that I even mentioned him right now, of course. But if you want to know details about things, I think look at some of the very young journalists we're seeing who are not paid by anyone except their subscribers, and you'll find those people on YouTube. So you've got Friendly Geordies, you've got people like that all around the place, putting out really interesting information. Paul DeFranco, Young Turks, a range of different things. And I think if you can kind of get onto that information, you're going to get a better chance. Whereas if we're sticking to the old time sort of media that's kind of owned by various mining company sort of interests that are linked in, you sort of look at where different people in media are linked into different other people and how that flows and what organisations they're heading up, you get into some really interesting times. So I think the thing is, I'll put out more about that on my Facebook page, Jacqueline Close-More Live. I'll actually go into it finally. I know you've been asking me. And I'll put more of a rundown to that in a way that I'm happy to do, and I'll put that in a written form rather than put it on air and maybe not put everything the way I sort of need it to be. Now, I've got a call up from Melbourne. Since we're in Lockdown City, we've got Meredith on the line. Hi, Meredith, you there?
Hi, Jackie, how are you?
I'm good, darling.
Hello.
Now, you've written in onto my Facebook page, Jacqueline Close-More Live, with a reading. We've got a little bit of time left, and what we'll do is we'll migrate across to the Facebook page after this as well. But thank you for writing in. Now, you're in an interesting time this year. You're in an 8 and a 9 year. It's sort of a bit of both, really. And what's going on there for you is it's transitioning from a lot of old karmic patterns to do with family and stuff like that, and also going into a 9, which is more about looking at what you want to clear out, what's working in your life, what isn't, and also you're asking about a gentleman you're interested in there. Now, I really felt some interesting control stuff going on his side. It's like he's trying to break out of this kind of web, a bit of a cage, and I feel he's going to do that, but it's like it's very, very, very complicated. And there is someone in his situation, that's how I'm going to put it, which you'll understand, and other people, it doesn't matter if they understand, but it just feels like he's in a situation that's no win, and he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. He has to be very careful, and it's my way or the highway. Someone wearing the pants there, and I don't think it's him, although I think he doesn't cross-dress necessarily. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And it feels like he's having to kind of just gently pry himself free. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yes, I'm gathering by the laughter. Yeah, when an Australian laughs when you're doing a reading, you know you're right. That or they're crying. Sometimes, very occasionally, they scream at you, but luckily that's not happening today because that'd be very bad aesthetics. So with you, you're in a 9 year, interestingly, and of course, you're sort of coming into that 9 because you're born all the way down the end of the year, and your life path number is 9. So the thing to look at here is whether this is really on track with who you are, how you want to be, where you want to go. Just make sure that you're living out your integrity in the situation and not being put in a situation that you later on go, why did I do that? But I feel the thing is you met him at the right time. It's just been a bit of a rocky road, particularly from May onwards. It's a real up and down roller coaster here, and you're kind of like, it's like, can I actually hold on to this? Is that making sense to you?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just got to kind of keep holding on. It's like riding a mechanical bull, really. You ever tried doing that? It's not actually as much fun as it sounds, I've got to tell you. I actually got stuck on a 44-gallon drum.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So just hang in there for the moment. I normally would run a mile from this kind of situation, but in your case, you have great tenacity, hence the mechanical bull and the 44-gallon drum. Hang on in there because I do feel he's quite sincere and genuine. It's just he's having to come through a bit of a bull ride of his own. And I feel he's a very idealistic fellow, and I feel also here he's had to be very, very practical in the last 18 months and really curtail a lot of things that used to be important to him that he now realises isn't. And he's gotten a lot more real. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just got to kind of hang in there because I think he's going through a bit of clearing out his closet. You were talking about interesting acronyms there, but, so there's a lot of stuff going on there, and he's having to clear it out, get a lot more genuine in his own life and do what feels that's the reality of his heart instead of saying and going along with the flow of how things had to be according to status and symbols and how we appear publicly. Has that been the change he's been going through? Yeah, just got to hang on in there is how I put this. Like I said, some people I tell them to run a mile. There's a big bun fight coming. You know that. You're totally ready for it. Okay, law is an interesting word, isn't it? It's not necessarily in law, I find, that it's necessarily the people who are right who actually win. It's the people with the best arguments. So he's going to need to be very careful here because somebody else can argue the law incredibly well. And I think that might be quite key, but we'll leave that one alone because we don't want to identify anything. Yeah, I think just try and keep this real. Just remember, he's going through a massive transformation, with or without you anyway. That's what's happening to him, and that's a good thing because it means he's coming to you at the right stage of his evolution to be real about this and not just, oh, I'll put up with. But what I don't want you doing is putting up with toxic behaviour. And I think that he's been pretty good on not going there, but you just got to make sure you don't become codependent in the middle of this. That's what I would say. So I hope that helps you. I'm going to go across to the Jacqueline Close-More Facebook Live page. You can answer and ask more questions there. I know that you wanted to know about the pandemic because you put something on Facebook there. So I'll pop you on there too, and we'll go further into this. And thank you for writing in. So thank you everyone for listening in, and thank you also last week we had Jennifer from Florida. She's actually gotten back to me and validated what I've said in her reading, and we've gotten into a lot more detail. So thank you all as well for Jennifer. Thank you everyone for watching. Sorry we can't get to everyone who calls and puts their name up, but thank you for connecting with us anyway. We'll catch you next time on Jacqueline Close-More Live. In the meantime, hop on for more shows for the rest of the evening on A1R and Moonstruck TV. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Jordy Jane's Psychic Medium with Jordy Jane. Live from jordyjanes.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Jordy Jane's Psychic Media on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I am back. I am so excited to be back. It has been literally, it'll be October this year, it'll be 2 years since I was on. So it's just so good to be back on radio again and connecting with you all. So I have got a little bit of a shorter show at this present moment, but that's okay. I can still get at least one caller in at any time, which is great. So what I was going to do today is just chat about myself, technically, as humbly as I can, due to the fact I haven't been on for a couple of years. So there's a lot of new listeners and a lot of new callers. So I'll just explain. My name is Jordy, and I have been a professional medium and psychic for roughly 6 years. I am also a teacher. I've been teaching both psychic and mediumship for the last 3 years. And I live in a beautiful country town called Wallen in Victoria, Australia. And I'm actually not too far up the road, or down the road, I should say, from Tonya Reeves, the Australian psychic cowgirl. And her and I are very good friends, and we get along really, really well. So it's really nice to be back on board and sharing the airwaves with everyone. And tonight being my first night back and my first day back, and the first actual show for the evening, I've been told as well, which is great. So, a little bit of background about me. I have always been connected with spirit and energy, and I realistically didn't really hit my sort of my straps, or you could call it. I hit the road probably about 10 years ago when I did a beautiful intuitive course with Lisa Williams, which technically I've gone on to do other courses with her as well. And then that sort of weekend gave me a lot of aha moments. And I'll just touch on that a little bit. If you are ever interested in intuitiveness or in your own energy, it's always good to do a little bit of a workshop on intuitiveness, because for me, I thought everything was a little bit crazy. Like I was a little bit of a mad woman. I always thought talking to trees was a little bit cray-cray, but better known as crazy. But it was really interesting when I started opening up, realizing the fact that I was very connected with energy of living, like living things. Anything living has got a life force, technically. So it was really interesting. I've grown up a lot. My mum is a natural medium, and we do get the mediumship from my mum's side of the family because we are Scots, going back a couple of generations. So it's really it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and over the last 2 years, I'm bouncing around here a little bit, but over the last 2 years, I was actually made redundant 2 years ago before I even started doing the radio show beforehand, and yeah, that has catapulted me now to be professional. I do this full time, and I also teach. And I think that's one of my beautiful things of being able to do this, is actually teaching how you yourself can connect. I'm not teaching students or people how to be a reader or a healer. It's more about connecting with your own soul, connecting with yourself, trusting what you receive. So that's how I teach. But how I read is also quite an interesting thing too. I work both psychically with what's going on around you, and mediumshiply, which is you're connecting with loved ones. So I work both those ways. I'm also a healer, so I do spiritual healing, and I've actually started to work trance. So we are definitely, I'm really pushing myself for trance, or doing trance work, which is connecting, allowing spirit to sort of step and come through. That for me is a bit of a control thing, because I do like a bit of control. So, and letting go of control when we're talking with spirit can be a little bit interesting, if I do say so myself. So that's about me. I'm married with 2 children, and yeah, it's I did have some pets, but we lost our last 2 pets in May. So it's been quite an interesting year, 2020. So I know we're in the middle of the year of 2020, but also we have just gone into lockdown back in Victoria, in Australia, with what is, I don't like putting energy to what's going on around us at the moment, but with all this, I want to say the pandemic, because it is a bit of a, I keep hearing clearing, but it is a bit of a readjustment and what we call the new norm. So for us to go back into lockdown for the next 6 weeks, one, it's really good that I'm back on radio because now I've got time to do it again. And 2, it's about me just opening up the doors a lot more to different sort of areas in my life, which is great. So I hope this is finding you all well throughout this new normal that we've had since January over there, and over here it's been about February, March, I think. So we have definitely, but unfortunately we've gone back into lockdown for another 6 weeks. But if it's for the health and well-being of everyone and to be safe, I am definitely going to do my bit. It's really interesting. I know you also, beautiful people, have gone through the panic buying. We, again, in Victoria, are doing the same thing again. So we are really trying to cope with everything. It's getting there. It's getting there. But there's nothing like bulk buying on toilet paper, which is weird because the whole panic buying sort of connects and puts people in that state. So I was hoping to get to a caller today, but I'm sort of going to run out of time a little bit, and I don't like to leave people hanging. So I will just give you a little bit of, okay, thank you. I was going to give you a little bit of an inspirational talk as well. And today was all about, okay, thank you. They're giving me words, so just bear with me for a second. So today's word is vulnerability, and I will probably do this every week. I will do a word a week. And vulnerability for me, I actually talked about this at the start of the week, and vulnerability is actually strength. A lot of people think being vulnerable is a weakness, but it's actually strength, because when we are vulnerable, we have to speak up. We have to be that person to take on the responsibility of going, hey, feeling a little bit low and a little bit vulnerable at the moment, can you please help? It is a strength, guys. With everything that we're going through at the moment, you beautiful souls, we really need to put our hands up and say, look, we're struggling. We really need some help. So please, I don't have any of the numbers or anything like that, but please go and look for beautiful counsellors, beautiful people that were able to give you some healing and guidance and counselling in this particular time in our lives, because we are all adjusting, and being vulnerable is not a weakness, and vulnerability is our strength. So please take that with you today. I do apologize. I did have a caller, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get to her today, but I will be getting to callers as of next week. I'm very, very excited. So thank you again for tuning in. So my name is Geordie Janes. You can find me at Geordie Janes Psychic Medium. I am still getting my website up, but my website will be geordiejanes.com.au, and that will be over the next, say, probably 7 days. I'll be getting that website up and running for everyone, so you'll be able to connect with me that way as well. So please take care, look after yourselves, stay safe. And if you are after a reading, please don't hesitate to direct message me on my Facebook page, and we can organise a reading for you. So, and I've got a birthday special this month as well over the next couple of weeks, because my birthday is in a couple of weeks. So I'm doing a birthday special. So blessings and hugs, everyone. I can't thank you enough for tuning in, and I'm so excited to be back on A1 Radio. And I'm really thank you to the beautiful people in the background, Dave and Connie, and having me back on board. It's amazing. So blessings and gratitude. I humbly thank you for all joining me and listening to me today, and I will chat to you next week. I'm so excited to be back. All right, beautiful people, enjoy, and I will be definitely taking callers next week. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for New York City Celebrity Psychic with Perry Lyons. Perry Lyons. Live from PerryLyonsBrilliance.Wixsite.com/Perry Lyons. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is New York City Celebrity Psychic on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, and welcome to Perry Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic. Welcome. It's going to be, I think, a really nice, mellow, and quite psychic show tonight because there's a moon in Pisces, and my astrologer friend Elizabeth Grace says that this weekend is going to be aspected by Neptune. So for the next few days, it's a good time to be creative. Neptune also rules like movies and glamour and illusion and alcohol. So a good time to grab a glass of wine and maybe watch Hamilton. I'm very glad y'all are with me tonight. We're going to start off with the psychic weather. And if you're listening, I'm feeling pretty on tonight. So please call in and have maybe one question ready. Perfect. All right, ready for the psychic weather? What this is I draw 3 tarot cards completely at random, especially because 30 seconds before the show, I dropped the bag on the floor and everything fell out. So it's extra random with random sauce tonight. And the 3 cards are going to foretell what the spirit of the next week is going to be like. So, ready? Okay. The first card, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Okay, well, that makes sense. The first card is the 4 of Swords, which is, it's actually supposed to be a knight sort of praying in a vigil before battle. But what it also means is, people are home. We're kind of withdrawn from the regular world. And that's just kind of what's going on right now. Everybody's in quarantine or just keeping sort of quiet and at home, which is nice. So that's just accurate. I love doing that. Okay, what's the rest of the week? Random. That's interesting. This card is interesting. When I get this with a client, what this card means is it might be time to make a decision in your life based on what you want rather than what you think you should do. So in this case, the golden cups in the foreground, those are gold. Well, not real gold. The card would be too heavy. I'd go like that. But so the guy is walking away from them. He's dressed in red. So he's walking in the direction of his aliveness and his true desires in life. What this could mean for you this week is maybe there's something that you think you should do, or a job or situation you think you should stay at because it looks good on paper, but it doesn't light you up, doesn't make you sparkle. And so you might want to just look in a different direction and walk in the direction of what makes you feel like you're wearing a big red shirt. So on a broader scale, well, I'm not going to get into political stuff, but it's an interesting card, that's all I'll say. And this is great. Oh, I love this card. Yay. Everybody loves this card. Okay, this card, putting it here on the other side just to keep you interested. This card is the 2 of Cups. Now, cups in the tarot mean emotions or love. And the 2 of Cups is 2 people exchanging, I'm sorry, I never get this right. 2 years, still can't figure out the card thing. There. It's 2 people who are exchanging golden cups at a place that starts here and ends here. So and there's the Asclepius, the medical sign in the background, and the angel Raphael for good luck. So this is two people coming together romantically who are healing each other. The fact that it covers the throat chakra means that they feel safe to tell their truth. It covers the heart chakra, which is self-explanatory, and the yellow chakra right above your navel. It's there, trust me. And that means that they're sort of lighting each other's lives up. They feel very energized. There's a lot of lighting up going on this evening. So either you might be, you might be this week reaching a new phase of understanding if you're already in a relationship, or you might be meeting somebody who is pretty special. It's a very romantic card. I look for it when I'm doing romantic readings. Well, readings about romance, not readings with glasses of wine and candlelight. Although we could do that too. It's a little extra. So on a bigger scale, that could mean that what on a bigger scale, what that means is that it looks like things are going to be quieting down, maybe balancing out a bit, and that people are going to be showing a lot of goodwill towards each other for change. Oh, we got Evelyn in Jackson, Mississippi. What's that song? We're going to Jackson. Hi, sweetie. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. So I like to connect with people by asking what their birthdays are. You don't have to tell me the year. Don't ask, don't tell. So if you tell me what your birthday is, then we can do your question. And I'm so glad you called.
Okay, thank you for taking my call. My
Sure.
birthday is 12/31.
Oh, look at you. Wow. New Year's Eve, baby. Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
And a Capricorn. Interesting combination. So, love that. You have such a nice energy. All right, so let me tune in on you here. You're a really loving person. I think you make people outside of your family circle, outside of your close circle friends, kind of prove themselves to you. But with the people that you trust, you are really kind. So, what's your question? How can I help you?
Okay. I'm getting married, trying to relocate to another city, and haven't had any luck finding a job. Well, thank you, ma'am. But I mean, I don't know what job market to target because I did everything but retail. So I don't know what applications or what to do.
Well, let's see. You have a very nice personality, very nice speaking voice. Let's start out by you're welcome. I'll invoice you. Let's start out by asking, I'll give you my opinion in a second, but what would be your ideal job? What would you love to do?
I love human resources. Anything that I can do to help somebody, behind the scenes. I like stuff like that.
Yeah, got that. That's what I was trying to convey earlier, is that you are just such a helper. It's so nice. I'm having you cloned. Well, actually, I think human resources would be a great thing for you. I mean, you have a lot of job experience. You might not have a huge amount of experience in human resources, but one of the nice things about, as the world is opening back up, people seem to be more open to matching the person's sort of personality and natural gifts to the job. They don't seem to be as attached to like credentials as they were before. So let me see. I'm going to draw a couple cards for you. Is that cool?
Okay, thank you.
Sure. And when's your wedding date?
Well, it was supposed to be July 18th, but we changed it because I'm living in Jackson and he lives in Tupelo. So I'm still trying to get up that way before I really do anything. So I'm just beyond myself right now.
I think things are going to open up a lot for you after July 21st.
Okay.
That's when Mercury comes out of retrograde, which means that just things are going to get a lot easier, a lot faster. Okay, well, this is nice. The first card you get is about it's the satisfied wife and mother card. It's a very good card. You couldn't have gotten a better one. So this is a very, very good card for your upcoming marriage. If you'll notice, it's a woman she's very finely dressed, but she has this crown with stars on it. So she's also very spiritual and very like you are, and very kind of lives in spirit, lives in grace. But she's also a little luxurious. She's hanging out in her velvet cushion. And she's holding a scepter. And that scepter means earthly power. So it looks like the job that you're heading towards, I'm going to do this because I love doing it. Whee! Okay. Is something to do with having some authority and being in a bit of a leadership position. Okay. And right now, okay, you're feeling, this card is a card of, if you'll notice, this guy's wearing a bandage in his head. He's got a bunch of wands behind him, so it looks like he's been hit in the head with each of them, but now he's got his own stick. So this is where you've had a lot of perhaps challenging, difficult life experiences, but now you're getting your own power. You're stepping into a really good time in your life. And again, this is a card that talks about being empowered, having a job with authority. And the last card here is the Fool card. And that doesn't mean you're a fool, far from it. The Fool card is when you're taking a big step up in your life and you're starting a whole new journey in your life. So it's very, very accurate. When the Fool card shows up, it also means that you can kind of make up your life in a certain way. You can, rather than settle for something that you're okay with doing, but you're not crazy about it. Right now is a great opportunity to kind of do what you'd love. So what I would suggest doing, let me go into my psychic self here, and you can admire my new gold eyeshadow.
Okay.
Oh, you have a nice laugh. Okay. Wow, I don't get to say this that often. This marriage is really good idea. I'm very pleased. I hope he's as sweet as Tupelo honey. So this is, you're really entering into a very good time. What I would do is check out the different sort of, corporate businesses or a little under big corporations. So check out the corporations first. So by that, I mean, there's different sort of big places. But also, it's funny, what they're telling me is I would also check out like big hotels and things like that, who are always hiring and hiring more. And I think that would be a very good fit for you. And if they don't currently have a human resources job open, I think you would make a very good concierge. So my second choice for you would be hotel work of some kind.
Okay.
You're terrific with people, and hotels, everybody's always having some kind of emergency or drama in a hotel, and you're very good at that. You're very good at calming people down. You're very good at being the person who just keeps her head when everybody else is going like, wah! So that's an idea. I'm right there, right? When everybody else is going crazy. Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, and I like with hotels and stuff, they pay well. They have good insurance, pension plans. The only other thing, those are actually going to be my top two recommendations for you. I actually think that you'll find something within 2 weeks. You've got a terrific resume. You present very well. You have a calmness that people respond to and a warmth. So just go for the best and the biggest job you can find. And if it's not there, this is a time when you can kind of make it up. You can walk in and say, hey, I'd like to see the manager. Here's my resume. Can I arrange an interview? This is an extraordinarily fortunate time for you coming up. And couldn't be happier to say that. Can I get a wedding invitation, or can you mail me some cake?
Yeah, well, just Corona. I think we just going to just a feast and going home.
Oh, well,
Okay.
So much for free champagne. Well, God bless you, my dear. And thank you for calling. Let me know how you're doing. Just drop me a line at Perry, like Periwinkle, Peri, Lyons, Lyons. I'm on Facebook, and just let me know how you're doing. Maybe I'll give you a little wedding gift if you want another free 15 minutes, okay?
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure,
All
dear.
right. Bye.
Okay. We have another cool person. I just get the best people calling in. It's so nice. But my producer flashed your name and where you're calling from so fast. What? Oh, Emma from Australia.
How are you?
Hi, love. How are you?
Good. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. You're making me miss Australia. Lived there for a while. Loved it. And Melbourne's great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So tell me your birthday, because that's how I kind of connect with your energy. And then
My
ask
birthday?
me a question.
I just apologize. The line is a little bit crackly. I can mostly hear you. So my birthday is the 14th of the 4th, 1987.
Oh, cool. Golly, I have shoes older than you. 14th of the 4th, April 14th. Cool. I'm not going to say that that's the day the Titanic sank, but it kind of is. But you're my third client today with that birthday. That's kind of cool. That's a great day.
Sorry?
Oh, I said you're my third client today with that birthday. It's a very, very good day. It's one of the best days in Aries you can have, because people with that birthday tend to have all the Aries fire and enthusiasm, but they also have like kind of a little bit of elegant reserve. Good day. So what's your question, my angel? How can I help you?
Question. I guess I would just like to know about love, maybe when love and career.
Okay. Do you want to know about love in general? I can just tell you about love, but would you like to know about love specifically for you?
When it's going to come in for me.
Wow, sooner than I would have thought. That's interesting. Has anybody from your past been in contact lately?
I'm sorry, I'm just moving around the house just to find a spot where there's no interference.
Okay, and I will speak loudly and clearly. Perhaps an English accent. Oh no, Aussies don't like palms. Okay. So
I can hear you in the spot. That's great.
Oh, good. Just stay there. Cool. All right. So has somebody from your past contacted you recently? Or have you been thinking about somebody from your past? And by somebody, I mean a boy or a girl or a llama or whatever you're into? Yeah. It's okay if they haven't.
Not really. I guess the only question would be because Melbourne's gone into strict lockdown again, and our last strict lockdown, because we're on our second one, I just reconnect with a lover, but only on a friendship level.
That's okay. That still counts. I was just asking if any of your exes have gotten in touch. one of the ones who got in touch was actually a very good, very healthy relationship. So the person that is coming towards you is not that ex, but it's somebody who has a lot of the qualities that made that a nice relationship, except there's more attraction with the person who's coming up for you. I keep getting October from my guides.
October?
I think you're going to meet somebody in October. Probably around, actually, the 14th. And it looks like, this is interesting. Two things. It looks like this person might be... What?
I was just saying, well, I can't wait because I've been single for a long time, over 4 years. It'll be, over 4 years in October.
You're so adorable. And I can tell that you're really pretty and cute. You know, I was single for 5 years, partially because I was wearing opium perfume, which apparently is a man repellent like no other. But partially because I was just getting into a place where I was turning into the person who was capable of having the kind of relationship that, now I have.
Yeah.
So a lot of that was, you're very sensitive. You're also very complicated. So a man who's going to be with you has to meet you on a lot of different levels. And the 4 years was not because you're not adorable, because you're totally adorable. And I'm not just saying that because I can see you in my mind's eye. You're so cute. And you dress well too.
What does he look like?
It's interesting. There's a type of man. Okay, I was just watching The Mentalist, which is an American series starring an Australian actor. There's a kind of Australian guy he's kind of a lad, you know what I mean? And he's very good looking, chiseled features, and I think blonde hair. He's not that tall. That's the drawback. But in every other way, the guy
How interesting.
What? Well, they're sort of showing me the guy from The Mentalist, who I think is the foxiest ever. Don't tell my boyfriend, he's upstairs. But it's somebody who's actually very good looking, but I don't think he's tall. And I think, do you go see live music? I feel like you kind of like music a lot. I feel like this is going to be at a live music venue of some kind, or if not, he might be a musician, which I don't want to say because, you know that old joke. What do you call a guitar player without a girlfriend? Homeless. So let's just hope it's in a music venue. If it's not a music venue,
I'm quite musical myself.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm a sound therapist, so that will be really interesting.
Yes, well, it's somebody who loves music. I hope he's not a musician, but I'm a musician too. So, but it's interesting because one thing you guys will connect over is the sound in the place might be a little loud, and you might be both holding your ears or something like that. But it feels like, this is a music venue, and he's good looking, which you can get anybody you want, Toots. Trust me, if you're alone for 4 years, it's because you just were kind of you're doing a little inner redecorating. You were kind of just sitting back and taking care of yourself and doing really interesting things. I love that you're a sound therapist. That's so cool.
All the self-care and self-love stuff is.
Yeah, and that's so important. And I'm glad that when we bring our own frequency.
I couldn't quite hear all of that, but I do look forward to listening it back on playback, just because I keep popping around the house and I find really good spots where I can hear you, and then not so good spots, but now is a good spot.
Okay. Good. Didn't I tell you just to stay put? But I've got 3 minutes, so I can do your career too. But just to sum it up, I really think this is October, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say around the 14th. Give me 3 days in either direction, but around then. And it's a music venue that's not that local, but probably not too far, but it's not a place you go too often. Somebody is playing who you either, it might be sort of a guest appearance by kind of somebody who's kind of big, who just happens to be in Melbourne and is like, I think I'll do a secret gig. So it's going to be cool. And yeah, I think you're going to meet him there. I really do. When you meet him, he might be getting over a relationship. Do not let that stop you. Okay. Next thing, we're going to do career really fast. It feels to me like there's a boss or somebody in charge who doesn't quite get you. Is that right? It's okay. They're not watching.
Interesting.
Yeah. I feel like, however, there's a job you could take over in the next, I'm going to say probably around the holidays. I do think you're going to be moving up. Is there, I mean, you want to stay in this field, right?
What was that last part, sorry?
Oh, we've got 90 seconds. So I'm just going to sum it up by saying, I sort of want you to stay in the office and the place you are, but I do think around the holidays, there's going to be, you're going to get kicked upstairs, basically. So, well, you're very good at your job and you really connect with people and you listen.
Yeah. I work with people, so.
What's that, love? Oh, no, I just lost you. Come back. Go stand in that spot quickly. Okay, I'm just going to fill this in because I can't hear you. So here's what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to say goodnight to all my cherished ducklings. Yeah, things are going to start picking up in your life a lot, noticeably, around about a month and about 6 weeks from now. August 20th, around there. Your job stuff you're going to get kicked upstairs around the holidays. And I really think I get this very clearly. Go to that music place, look adorable as you are, and look for a guy with very sort of classically handsome features. Might be a little short, but that's okay. Because I think I'm 5'10", so I think about that stuff. But I think you're more on the petite side, so all good. Invite me to the wedding. All right, thanks, cherished ducklings. Take care. This is Perry Lyons. Catch me 9 p.m. EST on Moonstruck every Wednesday. Mwah. Bye.
to Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Medium Rachel with Medium Rachel. Live from RachelMinning.nl. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Medium Rachel on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my Medium Rachel show. This is the first time I will do it in this language, so I hope you can understand me well. That's really important for me. I will tell you soon something about me, what I do. I live in the Netherlands, so this is the first time. I'm a little bit nervous, really excited to see you all, to hear you, to help you, because I'm a human helper. I want to help everybody on this planet to get free, to be happy, that kind of things. I will tell you a little bit about me. I'm Rachel. I'm living in the Netherlands. I have a son who is 14 years old. His name is Tristan. I really love him so and so much. And I'm 42 years old. I'm a human helper, a psychic, as you say it in your language. I'm a healer. Every message I get is from my guides. And I'm a human helper because I want to give the message that I hear in my head. I want to give it to you. My goal is to help people, to make them happy. Beside that, I get my gifts, my message through my head. I can also heal you. I can heal all the energetic pain in your body, in your beautiful soul. And I do that with my hands. Dus when you want to get a reading or you want to be healed, let me know, because really I want to help you. I can tell you things just like this. I get my message through my head. There is a voice. I cannot explain that. Otherwise, I also have my cards. And I work with these cards also. And I have my magical charms. You cannot see that. I will show it to you. About 150 charms I have here. I work with them also, and with my cards. Then I give a reading. I feel in your energy and in your soul. And then I will give you a lovely reading where you can walk further through your life path. Sorry. I have already a caller. I thought I saw Tabitha, but I don't know for sure. Tabitha. Okay. Tabitha. Hello, Tabitha.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, lovely dogs, I hear.
Yes, he's a puppy. He's one because my mom is
puppy.
right here.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Hey, Tabitha, what can I do for you?
Yes. I'm just seeing if there's any messages.
Okay. You will open reading, as we call in the Netherlands. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I hope you understand me well. I shall talk slowly. I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first show.
Don't be nervous.
You are my first caller of a client. Thank you very much for your trust. So now I will connect with your energy. Give me a few seconds. Tabitha. Okay. I will work with my magical charms. also, and I hear messages through my head, a voice. So one moment, I will show you in 1 second what the cards will tell you, wanted to tell you. You have some troubles, they tell, with accepting. They want to tell you that you are too much in your head and more or less, yeah, how do you say that? Not so much in your heart, in your beautiful heart. You have to listen. My guides tell you, you have to listen more to your beautiful soul, to your heart. Can you understand that? Do you know what they mean, Tabata? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. You have such a beautiful heart, but you don't listen enough to your beautiful heart. It's always your mind who is telling you things, and you don't listen to your heart, so you can make some strange choices, strange path. Sometimes you go to the left, then you go to the middle, then you go to the right. You have to follow. My guides tell you that with so much love, one path. When you do that, you can make more and better choices for yourself. And then I can see, I don't know if you can see that, here are my charms. And the charms will tell you, look, the all will tell you, look to your beautiful soul. Don't give everything away to other people, but also to yourself. Is that true?
Yes. I give everything to everybody.
Yeah. Also your boundary. You have to watch your boundary. You when you feel no, my guides, the universe will tell you sometimes, mostly, don't do that. But Tabata thinks, I will do that for that people, that female, that male. I will do that. But your heart is telling not to do it. Listen more to your beautiful heart. Can you understand that? What my guides wanted to tell you? Yeah. Also, this is a really nice one. This is a fishing rod. How do you say that? This can you see that? This will tell you you look too much backwards and not much forward. If you want it, yeah, your past, but your past is your past, dear Tabata. If you want it, because I'm also a healer, I can ground you. I can make you feel free in your own body and in your own soul from here in this, how do you say it? Here and now and in the future. Do you want that? That I give you a short healing? Yeah, do you want that?
Yes, please.
Okay, sure. Please, both foot on the ground. Can you do that for me?
It's on.
Okay, I will do it also. I do my thing, and let me do my thing. One moment. I also yaw. How do you say that? Yaw. And that's because I feel so much energy now, and I have to throw it out because otherwise it will stay in me, and that's not good. You understand me? So I yaw, so I can throw it out my energetic field. I will throw it out your energetic field. One moment. You can feel ease, you can feel sensation, you can feel more and more and more. Now the energetic comes your way into your beautiful soul. One moment. I have to yaw. One moment. I have to throw the blockage in your body I have to throw it away. And you will feel more and more peace in your beautiful body. Can you feel it, Tabata?
Yes.
Yes, eh? Peace, empty, happiness. Now I will let you go. It's really
I have
important
one
that
question.
you. Yeah.
Do you see a baby coming?
Normally, I cannot say that because I'm not a doctor, but it's possible that you can get a baby within 8 months. But it's really important to take your rest, your peace, and to do things. There is no balance between that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's really a big possibility that you get a baby. It's really important now. That's why it's really great that you get a healing, because now you have more balance. Now you have more peace. Now you live more in it here and now in the future. Okay?
Okay.
Drink 2 glasses of water. That is really important. Okay, Tabata?
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a nice day, Tabata.
You too, and have a safe one.
Oh, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I have a caller, the next one. Hello, Haley. Do I say that correctly? Haley?
Hello.
Hello, Haley.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, fine. And you? What can I do for you?
I need to get a reading. I have not had a reading in like 6 months.
What? What did you tell me? I got a reading?
I have not had a reading in 6 months.
Oh, okay. I will give you a reading, okay? One moment, please,
Thank you.
Haley. You're welcome. Oh, when I go into your energetic field, I feel restless. Where are you, Haley? Where are you? Where is your beautiful soul? Do you recognize this? Where are you? We cannot see you.
I know. So stressed.
You're, oh my God, so restless. Oh, every temptation after a temptation, every day there is something going on. Oh my God, my guides tell me, oh my God, Haley.
Mhm.
One moment. I will help you. I will help you. I will help you. It's
Thank
really
you.
important. Yeah, sure. It's really important to get some peace in your body, in your mind. It's going up, down, up, down. Do you know what is sitting on a couch? Do you know what that is? What is that? Do you know the peace? Go and sitting on the couch, watching television. It's really important to have some balance, but you run the whole day long.
Mhm.
Full power. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. You are so lovely person, but also you forget yourself. It's always other people, always. And I feel some sadness in you because you really shout in yourself, hello, here I am. Do you see me? Please see me.
Mhm.
Haley.
Yep.
It's going to be okay. It's really important to let things go. Really important. You hold on too much and you cannot let go your past. That's one. Two, it's really important for you that your heart, you have a block on your heart to feel. If you want, you can get a healing so you can be more yourself, your beautiful heart. You are so a lovely, energetic person. And I wanted, my guides want, the universe wants that you are going to feel free in your body, in your soul. It's going to be okay. But do you want that, Haley? That I give you a little bit of push the right direction? If you want,
Yes.
you want
Yes.
that,
Thank
yeah?
you.
Okay, both feet on the
Yes.
ground, please.
Okay.
I'm going in your energetic field now. You also sometimes you have some pain in your ear. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Oh. And now you feel more and more peace, more and more peace. One of my guides is standing behind you. It's possible now that you can feel like a wind. Do you know what I mean? Cold
Yes.
breeze. Do you feel that, Haley? Do you feel that? Because they say me, Haley, you can feel it. You can feel the beautiful guides around you. You feel it, Haley. Do you feel it, Haley?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I will let you go. It's really important to take two glasses of water. That's always important after a healing. It's going to be okay. Really, you are so a nice person. Really, it's going to be okay. You are
Thank
going to
you.
make really nice choices. Everything is going to be okay. Okay, Haley? Have a nice day. Okay? Bye bye, Haley. Now, this were my first two readings in the show. It was really, I was really nervous, but that's okay. So I'm a psychic, I'm a healer, I'm living in the Netherlands. Next Tuesday, I will be here at the same time. Now, about a few minutes, I will go speak in my own language. So, yeah, I hope you can understand that also a little bit for my Dutch people and for the people also worldwide, because worldwide there are also Dutch people. Yeah, I hope you can feel the vibe, because really I want to help everybody. Everybody I want to make happy. I get so much messages, so much healing in my hands. I want to give that away, to make you all happy. That's really important for me. I send you so much love through the whole world, because I really want that. That's my goal. That's my goal on this earth, to make you happy. Yeah, I hope you can feel it also. I have a backpack also, and I make use of that to can feel. It's really important for me. Let me tell you that I can feel you, that I can understand you, that everything is okay. That none of the question that you have is strange. Everything is okay, and I want to help you, and I hope I can help you soon, and to feel free, to feel more love, because the whole world is really loaded by negative energy, and that's such a shame. I'm here to help you. And now I have to let you go. All the American people, all the people in your language, in English, because the last minutes I'm going to give readings in my language. And I hope to speak you soon. I'm really excited to help you all. It was really nice to do this the first time in your language. And yeah, there's so much energy. I want to give it away now. Oh, I'm jumping on my chair. it's really great. Thank you for watching me for now, for the English people. And now I'm going to tune over in my language. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye. I'm still here, but now I'm going to turn over in my language. Nou, van harte welkom Nederlandse kijkers. Weer in mijn eigen taal. Het was even wennen. Het is nu mogelijk voor jullie, voor de Nederlandse kijkers, om onder de livestream een vraag te stellen. Want ik ga nu ook een aantal kijkers die onder de livestream een vraag stellen, een korte reading geven. Ik heb ongeveer nog een minuut of 7. Dus ik ga er als een raket doorheen. Ik ga de ene naar de andere afstemming maken. Dus ik ga nu ook op mijn telefoon kijken mede. Dus wil je graag een reading, een korte reading, stel hieronder, onder de livestream, je vraag. En dan ga ik hem beantwoorden. Dus kom maar. Nou, dit was in ieder geval mijn eerste live show. Volgende week dinsdag ben ik er sowieso weer om 8:30 Nederlandse tijd. En dan zal ik wel wat minder nerveus zijn. Voor de Nederlandse kijkers, ik kom al een aantal jaren op tv. En jullie weten dat ik gewoon ga jumpen, ga stuiteren op mijn stoel. Nou, dat zal volgende week vanzelf wel weer overgaan. Dus voor de Nederlandse kijkers, hey Jolanda Santegoed, hallo. Wil je graag nog een vraag stellen? Stel hem hieronder, onder mijn live. Ik ben er nog een paar minuten. Maak er gebruik van. Helemaal gratis. Wordt echt vanuit A1R Psychic Radio weggegeven. Dus maak daar gebruik van. Jolanda Santegoed. Graag een boodschap die binnen bij je komt. Jolanda Santegoed. Je bent supergoed op weg, geven mijn gidsen aan. Je bent je stapjes aan het zetten, lieve schat. Jij mag doorgaan zoals je nu doorgaat. Twijfel soms niet te veel aan jezelf. Dat zit er nog een klein beetje. Je bent steeds meer je grenzen aan het geven. Je bent steeds meer naar je mooie hart aan het luisteren. Kortom, top Jolanda Santegoed. Je bent super goed bezig. Echt wat diep respect voor. Je komt van ver. Dus ik hoop dat je hier ook wat mee kunt. Nou, voor de Nederlandse publiek. Wil je graag een vraag stellen? Ik ben er nog een paar minuten. Hier onder de live heel even typen. Ik zie dat op mijn telefoon. En dan kun je nu nog een enkele minuten een vraag aan mij stellen. Geheel gratis. Dat wordt echt weggegeven vanuit A1R Psychic Radio. En dat willen wij met alle liefde aan jullie geven. Dus maak daar gebruik van. Ik ga nog heel even kijken. Nou, in ieder geval, ik wacht op de volgende vraag. Vanaf nu ben ik iedere dinsdag vanaf 8:30 Nederlandse tijd ben ik hier live te zien. Of op YouTube, A1R Psychic Radio. Of op Moonstruck, diverse radiozenders. Dat heb ik ook gedeeld op mijn bedrijfspagina, op mijn Facebookpagina. En dan kunnen jullie mij vanaf daar nu iedere dinsdag live gaan volgen. En dan zal het ook veel minder stuiterig gaan zijn. Het is zo spannend geweest voor mij. De eerste live uitzending via A1R Psychic Radio. Dat ik stond gewoon te stuiteren van alle energieën die ik voelde. Maar nu achteraf denk ik echt, waar heb ik zo'n spanningsveld van opgebouwd. Waarvoor? Dit was geweldig om te doen. Zoveel vibe achter de schermen. Dat is echt met geen pen te beschrijven. Graag gedaan, Jolanda. Oh, lief van je dat je het gaat delen. Je bent echt super goed op weg, lieve schat. Echt waar. Ik heb er echt mijn diepe respect voor. Dat meen ik echt oprecht. Dit is echt, je moet wel trouwens wat beter water gaan drinken. Dat geven ze me nu nog heel even snel tussendoor aan. Heel belangrijk voor jou. Want je mag wat meer gaan afvoeren. Dat is heel erg belangrijk voor jou. Dat je dat met dat kleine stukje nog wat gaat doen. Ik wil je ook super bedanken, Jolanda, dat jij mijn eerste cliënt bent via deze livestream. Dat vind ik toch wel heel erg bijzonder. En ook dat je het vertrouwen hier hebt neergelegd om dit zo openbaar te doen. Mwah, dankjewel, lieve schat. Super lief van je. Ik heb nog een aantal minuten. Dus er kunnen nog enkele vragen gesteld worden. Via de kaarten of gewoon een open reading. Maakt mij allemaal niet uit. Maak daar nog heel even gebruik van. Dat is echt een unieke kans op dit moment natuurlijk. En anders ben ik er volgende week dinsdag weer om 8:30. En dan zal ik misschien ook iets langer in het Engels gaan. Dat moet ik heel even aanvoelen. Wil je dit ook blijven volgen? Maak je dan ook zeker lid hiervan. Dat zou ik natuurlijk super fijn vinden. En oké, Jolanda, goed zo. Ga er ook, ja, dat is gewoon echt nog heel erg belangrijk. Ik zal nog heel even 1 bevestigingskaart, want je bent de enige, dus dat is alleen maar geweldig voor jou. Dikke kus terug, schat. Ik ga nog heel even 1 kaartje doen voor jou, een bevestigingskaart. Ik durf mijn kwetsbaarheid te laten zien. En dat doe je ook steeds meer en dat doe je supergoed, Jolanda Santegoeds. Ik moet zo meteen af gaan ronden. De tijd is gevlogen. 1,5 uur. Oh, geweldig was dit. Een geweldige vibe, echt waar. Met Dave, met iedereen achter de schermen vooraf. Geweldig. Dat is zoveel positiviteit bij A1R Psychic Radio. Hier word ik echt heel erg blij van. Iedereen, goeiedag. Een hele fijne avond. The Dutch of the English people, thank you so much for watching me and for your trust, for the questions below my life. I really want to thank you and I hope to speak you soon. Otherwise, next Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. your local time in the Netherlands, it will be 8:30, so it's a little bit later, 6 hours. But I hope to see you soon, and I send you so much love, so much peace, and I hope you will soon be happy, feel free in your body and your soul. You deserve it so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching, and I hope to speak you soon. Nederlandse mensen, super bedankt. Heel erg bedankt voor het delen, voor het kijken, voor jullie vibe. En ja, geniet van jullie avond. En have a nice evening. Bye bye.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olson. Live from AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Insights into Consciousness
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, welcome to Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olson here on A1R Radio. I'm Anna Olson, and I'm here every Thursday, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And today I am going to answer some more universal consciousness questions, which means that I'm going to answer some more questions that pertain to what is going on in the world right now. Right now, we know that we all have the pandemic that we are dealing with. We have lots of different things that we are all dealing with that is different than usual. I'm not going to take any calls today, but I will do that next week. Today I'm going to go over basically what people want to know right now from Spirit. Last week I covered a few things about why we were having the pandemic, what this is about, and what we can do to empower ourselves and to really use it for the highest and greater good. And because all of my work is with love and light and with the frequency of love and above, I am going to continue this show with that concept and the frequency of love and above. That said, today I do feel like there's the flip side of the higher self, which is the shadow self, and that is all the stuff that we stuff or the things that we hide from other people behind a mask in society, and it's the things that affect us the most deeply that we usually think of when we're in bed at night and nobody's around and it's dark and all of our subconscious thoughts and feelings come up. Now, when we do work with the shadow self, it's really processing old emotions that we need to make new, that we need to cleanse, that we need to let go of. When we do these goal setting and these basically like letting go of the old and bringing in the new, what we're doing is we're processing things from our shadow self, and we're making the old new, making the bad and the suffering good, and letting go. And unfortunately, we have to restart that process again, but that's part of life. It's the ebb and flow of life, and it's the ups and downs. Even the planets go through this, which is retrogrades of Mercury and other planets. We've had 5 planets in retrograde lately, all at different times. And with Mercury in retrograde, that's really brought up a lot of these old things. Now, this is almost over. We've had an eclipse. We have had Mercury in retrograde. We've had so many different things going on in the planets. At the same time, we have had a lot of these things going on our planet, in the world. And in addition, we are going through the same planetary pathway that the Earth had affected in the 40s during World War II and during the Great Depression. So we are going to have to purge our old stuff, and that's what I believe we are doing right now. That's what the planet is doing. We're taking all of the old stuff that has been collectively brewing for a very long time, and we're going to release it now. And it's all a systematic way to make things new again, to renew, to refresh, to make things basically clean. It's like cleaning out the basement or cleaning out the attic, whatever way you want to look at it, or however you want to look at it. It's cleaning out the subconscious stuff that we don't want to look at, and instead of putting our head in the sand, we have to let it come out and deal with it. That said, I am going to first of all focus on what is going to be the first question is, what is going to be the purging and the shadow self processing of our planet right now during all of these planetary retrogrades, the quarantine and the pandemic, and the economic issues that we're having right now, in addition to all of the race riots. What is it that's going to come from that? That's what we'd like to see is, okay, we're going through this processing. We all know that has to happen and it has to follow its course. However, what can help us when we're dealing with all of these difficult situations and processing all these different things and trying to turn off the media because it's becoming overwhelming, what we can do to make that a positive experience is to look at what that will bring us when it's done processing. So that's what I'm going to go into now about, well, okay, what do we have to look forward to? What good will come out of this? What good came out of World War II? Well, there was a lot of really positive movements for women, and I won't go too far into politics here because I'm smart to keep my mouth shut about that, but really there were some really good things about women and women having a lot more freedom in our society to do the things that they want to do rather than what society would want to force them to do. And that really freed up our men too in the masculine energy, because then they were happier and they were more content because their women were happier. Their women were more their true selves. So they were able to also relax and become their true selves more. And this was really good processing for us in the 40s. Now, this time dispensation is going to be different because we're the world date of 2020 and the age, I guess the birth date. And so the first card that I'm getting is the Eight of Coins. I'm going to describe what this looks like. And for our viewers, I will just do a close-up really, really quickly. This is the Eight of Coins, and we see this balancing act with money. There's a man who is balancing coins. He's balancing these different coins in a very cool-looking, basically like a cube shape. He's putting it together in a 3D cube shape. So what he has is they look like sticks. Sticks from a tree in between these coins to make a cube with the coins at each corner of the 3D cube. So he's carefully placing them together. Now, the way that I'm seeing this is that we are going to have to rebuild our economy, and that is something that everybody knows we've been needing to do for a very long time. Not only about like fixing the debts that we have in this country and in other countries, or the very dysfunctional way that money has been handled, we're going to have to be forced to really buckle down and just really get serious about money and how it's spent. And that not just pertains to the world and our countries and our governments, but it also pertains to each household. Many people have been careless for a long time with money. And when I say that, I don't mean that I think that people aren't smart enough about it for the most part right now. I think people have actually been improving the way they think about money. However, I think that it has been more important than family and more important than even self-care. People are working so hard and forgetting about their bodies and not thinking about what it would be like for their children if they're not around, or if their health is bad, or they can't run out and play with them, or go do, have energy or feel good around them. And I think that this is prioritizing all of that and really looking at the importance and how you can work your entire life and run yourself completely dry, and what we have to show for it. All of the materialism in our lives goes to dust. It is something that should be prioritized as what it truly holds value for: survival and for service and showing love to other people. So when we help other people in their time of need, and the same way with our governments, when we're helping people in time of need and being generous, and that is one way, monetary means is one way to be generous and to show love to others and to provide for them, even for our families and our children. And the other thing is that it's going to need to be put into perspective in regards to family and what is truly important. We can't take money with us. We can take people with us, meaning our hearts are connected to others through the next life, through the veil. That is the only thing that we will ever be connected to in this world, opposed to the next world. Our bodies our hearts and our spirits will be the only thing that we will be able to take with us. So that's the first question. Second question is going to be, what can we do to basically prepare for this issue, this economic collapse, and what can we do to recover quickly from it? That would be the next question. The card that I'm getting for that is the Page of Swords. So I'm going to do a close-up of this. There's basically a young man with a sword in front of him. It's the Ace of Swords is one sword. He's wearing a blue shirt, kind of just standing there with the sword in front of him. The sword is more or less opaque, so you can see through it. It's transparent and opaque at the same time. It's really a beautiful deck. The Page of Swords now, really what I'm seeing is a need to teach the younger generation how to manage their money and how to earn money and be responsible with money. I do not think that this last, well, okay, I can't say everybody, but I think that there has been a lot of misunderstandings about money, its importance, and how to teach the younger, like millennials, and maybe the next generation of the millennials, like really to teach them about money and how to earn money, how to work hard. We have a very prominent computer age right now that is, for the most part, really based on a lot of activity of sitting down and being on a computer or a screen or just watching, YouTube or whatever. And while that has its benefits and its wonderful parts about it, the other side of it is that our generation, this next generation, our children need to understand how to be very productive and make a lot of money and still be healthy physically, and that being healthy physically is also part of investing in ourselves financially. So if we have so many medical bills that we worked our whole life just to spend money on medical bills, what's the point? What did we do it for, to suffer? That's really, I think, the basic skill that we need to set into the younger generation, and being healthy physically, being healthy in our mental state. How are we taking care of our brains? How are we nourishing our bodies so that our brains work properly for the long haul, for the long term? This is coming up as well for the next generation. We need to really prepare the next generation and be more responsible as parents and grandparents to this next generation. We can't leave them in squalor, basically. It's like Spirit is calling CPS on us and saying, come on, you guys, you need to really be more conscientious of this next generation and really prepare for their successes and for their, comforts and basic necessities being met. So the good thing that's going to come out of this, from what I'm seeing here from Spirit, is that we're going to be able to teach we're going to be forced to be responsible with our financial situation, and we are going to also enjoy teaching the next generation how to be financially responsible, how to be responsible on their own, how to be more independent. With the pandemic, many kids are having to be left home alone. A lot of kids are, at like the younger ages, they're going to have to be more responsible, similar to the way it was like with the latchkey kids, where, they were kind of having to be at home. And really, it's about going back to the basics and being self-sufficient. Teaching self-sufficiency, how to fish, not handing somebody a fish, and really learning that no matter where you are in life, there's somewhere you can go to be self-sufficient and to provide for yourself and your family, and to find your skill set, take care of your health, and take care of your ability to provide for yourself and for others. And to also, this is coming up as well, is that it's also about teaching the responsibility of not having children unless you're ready, not creating more mouths to feed unless it can really be dealt with, unless it's something that emotionally, mentally, physically, financially can be sustained. So that is also, I think, something that is part of this that's coming up in the reading. Now, the next question that I'm getting is really interesting, because it's probably connected to this whole thing. There's something about relationships and marriage that's going to come out of this day and age. There's something that I'm feeling, and what's really interesting is I think I said Ace of Swords with the other one. It was actually a Page of Swords, and now I pulled the Ace of Swords, which is really interesting. It's, again, a sword, a single sword. A Ace of Swords is just one sword. It's kind of opaque and translucent. It's a beautiful painting, basically, of a sword in this really cool design. There's these beautiful colors involved. And the Ace of Swords, what I'm getting here is that there's going to be a neutrality that's going to come up with relationships and marriage, and it's going to be directly tied to the economic status that we have right now, and that there's going to be less marriages, and there's going to be more families that are going to be coming up from marriageless unions. And I'm feeling that this is probably because somehow this will do better for the economy. Now, the first thing that's coming up from Spirit, that for an explanation, because I'm asking Spirit, what does this mean? I'm getting that there are going to be a lot of the people who have had children wanting to get benefits from, like, let's say, social services or maybe welfare or food stamps, and it's harder to do that in a marriage household, a household where there's a marriage, that when people are having a more difficult time economically in the home, when there's a disadvantage there, it's actually more beneficial financially, the way it's set up, to not have the marital relationship. Now, in addition, I'm also feeling like there is a change in the dating status in our country. Now, I haven't dated for over 18 years. I've been with my husband for over 18 years. So I am this is completely alien to me. I only know what I've heard. And that is that many people who are in the dating pool are extremely put off. They're either being used for money or used for their companionship for a very short amount of time and then being ghosted. They are being treated poorly. This is becoming kind of epidemic in the way that people are getting tired of being treated bad by that small percentage of the population that will do these things, and then they're putting up their guards and really approaching dating and the dating scene with a lot more caution and a lot of walls up and guards up, which is horribly unfortunate. And my heart goes out to anybody who's been dealing with this climate of shallowness, of heartlessness. I've spoken with a lot of people with broken hearts who did not understand this dynamic coming out of a marriage, or their spouse died and they began dating again, and they were horribly hurt, brokenhearted. So what that does is it puts up guards around the heart, and it causes them to either not want to get into a relationship again, or they tend to put their guards up so much that they really can't get close to someone, and they don't really truly trust somebody, and then that other person will understand, they'll pick up on it, that they're not trusting. So this is an issue. I feel like there's going to be a whole new field of psychology. There's going to be a whole new arena for psychologists and therapists to dive into here, because we have this whole new thing. There's online everything. Marriages are falling apart left and right because people are cheating online. People are, it's so easy to cheat online. This is going to be a whole new study of relationships and a whole new study on people and the dynamic of dating, marriage, and divorce. I'm seeing, now this isn't something that I'm used to, so please understand this is something new for me, but I'm also seeing that there's going to be a lot of relationships that are not monogamous that are coming up from this, even more so than before, that there's going to be a lot of open relationships. There's going to be much more, I guess it could be more like poly or open, basically, and that's going to be more widely accepted. That's not something I like, but it looks like that's probably what's going to come up from this. And what is going to be born of that is, of course, a new wave of children who suffered these consequences from these relationship dynamics, who will then again put more emphasis on the importance of monogamous relationships, marriage, really being devoted to one person for the health of the children in the home. So I'm getting all these things. This looks like these are movements that are coming up. I'm really looking for like women's movements and things. And I think that we've already come pretty far with women's movements, which is good. But I do see some progression there. Race movements I'm seeing are still going to be challenged. And this is very difficult because the US is such a melting pot. We have so many different types of people, and it's so diverse, which is something I love about it. I've been born and raised in California, and it's one of the most, especially the cities, are just some of the most diverse populaces. And it's just incredible how people are basically just from all walks of life in this country now, widespread. So the next card that I'm getting is going to be the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands, I'm feeling like this is depicting our own personal power. Now, the Two of Wands, I'm going to do a close-up on this one too for the viewers who can see it. We have two wands in the hand, and we have basically two wands in one hand, and there's magic basically being made here. So when we have this Two of Wands, we're talking about double power for one person. I'm adding this to the relationship status that I just went over, and that is that one person will have to do the work of two. One person will have to get the skills of two. It'll be too much work for only one person. So we're looking at this dynamic of one parent per household type setting. It's almost like I'm feeling like many households with children will definitely have, double the responsibility, and they're going to have to pick and choose what they prioritize to, really put their energy into when they're trying to pay the bills, when they're trying to get, all the food on the table, get the kids educated, and that's going to be really difficult. So the next question that's coming up is going to be about the presidency. So I see Trump in my mind right now, and it's just coming through. So I'm getting the fountain, and I'm getting the eternity sign. So, and it's inverted. I'm going to just do a close-up of this one. It's the fountain with the eternity sign. And this is just basically depicting lack of, past and future. And that when we have a fountain, it's basically depicting creation, and it's depicting an ongoing flow. So what I'm seeing here is that Trump is going to stay where he is. And that's what I'm feeling from this card. I feel like he's staying where he is. It's going to continue the way it is. That this was depicted long ago with the time frame, and that this is going to continue. So there's going to be, because of this, though, I do see that I'm getting the Eight of Swords. I'm going to do a close-up of this one. It doesn't look like a very positive card. If you look at it, it looks like a girl has kind of a hood on, kind of a dark, shadowy figure with a mask on, and there are 8 swords projecting from the neck area. I see this as a sort of being bound, and from actually having, these 8 swords being bound, and it coming from the throat chakra. So I even see that there's a quietness or a quieting of the free speech, or from a voice being heard. I'm seeing that there's going to be a whole populace of people that need help that aren't going to get it because of the politics. There's going to be a lot of suffering, financial hardship. This is the shadow side coming through, and it's just saying that we need to help our neighbors. We need to be aware. I'm really seeing single mothers here. I'm seeing young women here. That young women are going to be they're going to be attacked by this whole dynamic. They're not going to be helped by this dynamic, that this is going to be singling them out of where the benefits are, where the everything is. I used to be a single mother, so this is something that I personally understand, that there is a lot of leaving some of these women who are single mothers, who especially don't have a lot of home help or a lot of family help, like I was, they basically will be left out. Not everybody has grandma to help them. Not everybody has their family to pay for things for them. And these, I'm getting like young women and single mothers will be the ones to really watch out for, that we need to make sure that we don't forget. And these are also the group of people in our populace that really have a lot of pride. So young women want to be taken care of. They want to look, they don't want to look poor, struggling, having difficulties. They want to be poised. They want to be, these decorated citizens of our culture, like they're taught to be, and they want to look cared for. And if they aren't, they're not going to outwardly show it because of pride and because of a lot of cultural things that we instill in our youth and even our adults. So we need to watch out for these young women. We need to respect them. We need to make sure that our sons are taught to respect them, that they are not being taught to spit them up and throw them away, that they are very careful with their hearts, that they are being treated fairly, appropriately, and respectfully, and that they are even singled out as the focus of attention for helping, for making sure they're supported by our communities financially. And that's going to be very important for this next movement, because I see that they're the next victims, unfortunately. And we know that we have a lot of minority young women in these situations. We're talking about Black, Hispanic women, and that is especially in this country. So we need to watch out for them and make sure that if we can't get the laws and everything passed right away, that we're watching for them in our community. We're asking them if they're okay. We're asking them, do you need anything? Point them in the right direction, guide them to churches, to whatever we can, because this is going to be the group that's going to get the worst. So, I feel like this government that we have, at least in the U.S. here, I can't speak for other countries at this very moment because I'm covering U.S., but we're going to have a lot of people who are going to be left out of new laws made and out of priorities that are going to be really directed at the wealthy. So I really think that we should watch out for this. We need to prepare for it. We need to prepare our children and our families and, places that we worship, or just our communities, and really pay attention to these things. So if you would like to reach me, I would love to do a reading for you. If you have any questions, let me know. You can reach me at AnnaOlsenIntuitive.com, ANNA. OlsenIntuitive.com. It's at the bottom of the screen. I'm also on Facebook at Anna Olsen Intuitive. You can always reach me there, ask me any questions. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to do a reading for you. I do those on video. I do them over the phone. And as social distancing and safety allows, I will also do them in person. So give me a call, let me know, and as always, tune in next week on Thursdays, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for my show, Insights into Consciousness, here on A1R. You can also find me on all the podcasts, YouTube, and Apple, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. So if you'd like to go through this and listen again, it'll be there, and it'll also be on A1R's website and my page on Facebook as well. So you have a great night, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much for watching.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Guidance with Glennis. With Glennis Ewing. Live from the tranquilroom.com.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Guidance with Glennis
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello everyone, Glennis Ewing here at the Tranquil Room in Australia. Oh, what a week it's been. It's been, I feel that everyone would be feeling this huge strawberry moon that we're, in Australia, we're experiencing it tonight, and it's bringing in a lot of renewal, new beginnings for a lot of things, and closure to a lot of things also. So, we're slowly coming out of COVID, and things are opening up a bit more. So it's quite ironic that we've got such a magnificent moon happening tonight. In America, I think it'll be tomorrow night. I think that's how it works. So I'm really looking forward to new beginnings and finalising a few things and just projecting forward. And I would encourage everyone to be really starting to set their goals on what it is that they want for the next year, for the next 2 years, and so forth. It's a great time, especially with this moon. It is quite a condensed moon. So now is our absolute time to release things, but also to be truly setting our goals. We always release on a full moon, and just really focus on releasing what no longer serves you. For me personally, there's big changes with me over the next 4 weeks, and I will share this a little later, in the next few shows. It's interesting times ahead for everyone at the moment. Now, before we go any further, I want to let you all know that I had Beth Elaine Haynes talking as a guest a couple of weeks ago, and she was so well received that I've actually got Beth coming again next week. So that'll be Friday, June the 12th. This will be our like my guest, and we're going to be talking about our chakras. Excuse me. So when you're a psychic, you need to make sure that your chakras are fully balanced, because if they're congested, you're not going to get a full balanced knowing. So for me, before I do any readings or before I come onto this show, I actually sit in absolute peace and quietness, and I do a very quiet chakra meditation. So I balance everything up so that I know and clear. It's really important to clear. So what I would be suggesting is that for all psychics out there, for all light workers out there, is before you work with anyone, always make sure that you are balanced and cleansed, and and grounded and protected as well. But the chakras are a really beautiful way to really focus on your absolute aura, and it just means that when you're working in your pure state, that the most beautiful messages are going to come through. The clarity is going to be very, very clear. So I would be highly recommending that. So Beth will be with us next week, and we're going to be going more in depth in regards to that, and also the chakras that are relatable to the world. There's certain places in this world, and I can't think of them off the top of my head, but there are certain places in this world. Chakra. I know the base chakra, I believe, is at Uluru in Australia, which is right in the centre of Australia. Used to be called Ayers Rock, but man, when you go there, it is phenomenal. And I would be recommending anyone that is listening to this to absolutely do yourself a favour and put it on your bucket list, because it just transcends you into a whole different world, just the energy around that place. I was there a few years ago, and man, it was so powerful, so powerful. So I'd be highly recommending that. So, yeah, just a recap on that Beth Elaine Haynes will be joining us again next week as my guest, and we're going to be talking about the importance of chakras and what they do for you, and how, as a light worker, we really need to be working on our own personal chakras before we work with any clients. So it's incredible times. There is so much unrest in the world at the moment, and I feel that if everyone could just take a deep breath and rebalance and re-cleanse everything, and ground ourselves, that, it would bring a whole calmness. There's so much unrest at the moment, and it's more, I feel it's being really generated by people that have their own political agenda, and we need to be very aware of that. Okay. Alrighty. So, just looking forward to next week. It's going to be exciting times. So we actually have Leah from Geneva in Ohio. Hi, Leah. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks, Dale. How can I help you today?
Well, I was hoping to get a reading, possibly hear from my fiance that had passed over mediumship. I don't know if that's...
Okay. What was your fiance's name?
Full name?
Full name?
I'm sorry? John Thornton.
Oh, John. Sorry. Okay.
John Thornton.
Thank you. Can you just take a deep breath in for me, Leah, please?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you mentioned John's name, I got this really sick feeling within my stomach. Oh, wow. Leah, what I'm feeling straight up is that once John closed his eyes for the very last time, or took his last breath, I actually feel that there was he was actually able to finally let go. I feel that he was struggling in regard to something that was quite significant. Oh God, I feel like he kept on bashing his head against a brick wall. So I feel that his passing, for him, not so much for you, but for him, it was actually a blessing in disguise. He's very much around you, and Leah, I'm actually feeling that he's around you. But do you have a child?
Did you ask if either of us have a child?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, we have one together, and then I have a child that he also considered his.
Yeah. Because I actually feel that in spirit, he's very much around the children, very much so. And I feel that there's one of them is actually, it's like, I feel that one of your children keep pulling on their ear, and it's like they're feeling that someone's there. It's actually John. He's very much around them. Is there a son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very much around.
Is there a what? I'm sorry.
Do you have a son, a male?
I'm sorry, I'm kind of having like a bad connection.
Yeah, I'm just feeling if there is a son, that John is very much around.
Yeah, him and I have a son.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Very much with the son. And I'm also being shown, Leah, are you a reader? Do you read books in bed?
I used to. I haven't so much. I've actually been doing a lot of online stuff now, getting more into the spiritual since he passed away. I've been trying to get a connection to him, and
he's showing me.
Yeah, I used to be an avid reader.
Yeah, I'm feeling that
I need to read.
Yeah, and I've got a red cover on it. It's quite red, and it's either got gold writing or gold and black writing. But John's actually saying if she reads this, she'll know exactly what path she needs to take.
And you said it's a red book?
I feel it's a red book. I've got a red binder, or a red cover, and it's either got black and gold writing on it or lettering, but I'm also seeing black, so it may be shadowed or underlined in black.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually saying this is what she needs to read to fully step into your natural calling. So when you're opening up on a spiritual level or a psychic level, some people, it's working out what your strongest clair is, like clairaudient, clairvoyant, and so forth. Some people are phenomenal tarot readers or oracle card readers, so it's just you working out which is your forte. But he's showing me that there is a red book that you need to be reading. He's actually saying that you need to be propped up in bed and turning, like I'm seeing him trying to turn the pages for you. Okay? It's very much around you, very much around you. And what is it with your right foot?
I'm sorry?
He's showing me that he's trying to massage your right foot. Do you have a problem with one of your feet?
No, my son just broke his toe on his right foot, though.
Okay.
2 nights ago.
Okay. Yeah. Because I just feel he's trying to massage it and make it feel better. It's like that internal, just that big hug and make it go away sort of thing. So he's very much around that as well. I'm also being shown, Leah, that there's something. Have you got like a shrine to John in your house?
Do I have a what for him? I'm so sorry. The connection's going to keep breaking up.
Yeah. I'm just seeing that John's showing me that it's almost like if it's your bedside table, you've got a lot of photos of him around, and he's saying it's too chaotic. Just have one photo, and it's almost like by having one photo, you're going to allow him more room to come into your dreams and come into your room. He wants to be able to enter, but it's almost like you've got too much of him in there already. You understand that?
Well, I don't feel my room. I'm so sorry about that. So sorry. I am so sorry. My sister was supposed to be watching the children. No, she won't. But yeah, no, I don't have a lot of photos. I've actually been putting like a lot of those healing crystals, and I've actually been reading that a lot of them together or right next to your bedside. Lately, I've been reading that they can actually block, spirits or whatnot from coming in your dreams. If maybe could that be it?
Yeah, I'd be really, really conscious of what crystals you've got in your room. Now, on a spiritual level, if you are wanting to open up your third eye and your crown chakra, always work with clear quartz because it amplifies everything. It allows the light. But you don't have that in your bedroom because you won't go to sleep.
You don't have it in the bedroom?
No. Anyone that's listening to this right now, if you have clear quartz in your bedroom, that's quite a significant piece. Take it out because
I think that's the name of the one that I have.
Yeah,
a lot of.
Yeah. So take that out. You can have it anywhere in your house except for the bedrooms because you will not rest.
Okay.
With the clear quartz.
Yeah, I think I've got 10 of those right on my nightstand.
I'd be surprised.
So that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. I would have amethyst, absolutely, because amethyst actually helps you also on a spiritual level. But for me personally, I have a beautiful amethyst sphere with me, and it actually helps me connect with spirit. So I would absolutely have amethyst, which is the purple one. There's a really beautiful purple one. Have that in your bedroom, and I feel that John's going to come to you in your dreams. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually like you're going to say, okay, I'm ready for you to come in now, but take all the clear quartz out. You can have a small piece like the size of, no bigger than an egg. No bigger than an egg. Because you will just be constantly switched on, and no one can do that. You need to be able to switch off. But for connection with John in particular, I feel that if you had a piece of amethyst, absolutely bring that in, because it protects you, and it only lets in good spirit as well. And John's just beautiful. I feel like I want to give him a hug. He's just so beautiful. He's also telling me to just trust yourself and back yourself. He's saying don't listen to the naysayers. So I feel that you're struggling a little bit on wanting to come out, well, for want of a better word, wanting to come out as a psychic. Just own it. He's telling me to step into it and own it. And, anyone that is trying to say, oh, that's all hoo-ha, just eyeball them and say thank you for your ignorance and walk away. And what you've done is you've acknowledged what they've said, that you're not taking it on board, okay? And he's actually showing me, it's like he's trying to push you forward. I feel like he's standing behind you and he's trying to push you forward and going, you've got this. And he's showing me that you've got an incredible ability, but he's also showing me cards. So I feel that you need to be working with oracle cards or tarot cards to start with, because I feel that you'll start working with the cards, but I actually feel that you're going to then turn around and go, you know what, I don't need the cards. I feel that you're very clairvoyant, but I'm feeling also that you are very clairaudient. So you're going to be hearing a lot. And with all the hearing, you're going to be receiving so many messages, which are absolutely phenomenal. But John's just saying to me right now that he is very much around you all. But he's saying that read a certain book, because it's actually going to, the way it's written, you are going to absolutely take it all on board. Some people need to read a book and then they keep going back and what does that mean? And he's saying that this red book in particular is going to give you everything that you need, and it will be your go-to book. Okay? All right, Leah, I'm hoping you heard all that. So thank you, Leah, for the honour of reading for you today, and I hope you get a lot of comfort out of that. John it came through so fast. Sometimes I need to sit and just allow spirit to come in, but he was well and truly ready. But Leah, he's absolutely saying that now is your time to fully step into it, and now's your time, and that's what I'm getting. So from my heart to your heart, be kind to you and enjoy the ride that you're about to go on. So thanks, Leah. All righty, so next we have Ricky Lee in Brisbane in Australia. Hi, Ricky Lee, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Really good, darling. How can I help you today?
Well, I actually did have a previous conversation with one of the other lovely ladies there. I'm not sure. It wasn't you, because you have an Australian accent. Are you Australian, are you?
Yes, I'm down in Auburn.
Or are you American?
No, I'm Australian. I'm on the Murray River down in between New South Wales and Victoria.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we actually, when I was a child, I actually lived down in Albury Wodonga for a little bit, so I know exactly where you are.
Far out, yeah, small world. Okay, honey, how can I help you?
I know. So, yeah, in our last conversation, I was having a chat regarding my father. He passed away in 2012, and we were in a conversation around him, and it did cut out mid-convo. So I'm just wanting a bit of, obviously, guidance to see if there's any sort of way I can connect with him, if there's any sort of, I'm just, a little bit confused in a lot of things and how my life's going to be, and I've had a lot of bad things happen. I just want to see what the future holds and if there's going to be any sort of financial change and relationships and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so let's tap into this really quickly, because pretty much what you've asked for is nearly an hour reading. But anyway, all right, in regard to your dad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just tapping into that at the moment, sorry. In regard to your dad, I feel that there was words left unsaid. Did someone owe someone an apology? Did your father owe you an apology?
Yes, he actually left the world by suicide by choice, unfortunately, and I feel that there's definitely a lot of unsaid things that I'd love to clarify, obviously, with him, and yeah.
All right. Just very quickly, Ricky, what I'm saying is...
Yeah, I don't expect it to take a lot of time. That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Oh, man. Because what I'm getting around your father is I feel that he was running away from demons, and those demons go back to when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just not sure of how much of your story he knows. That's all I'm just going to say right now that, oh, God, I feel like I want to hug him. I'm about to get really emotional because I feel that he had massive demons from his past.
Yeah, he really did.
It was like he was
he had a really, really tough childhood. Yeah.
Yeah. Was he a drinker?
He had a really hard life. Pardon?
Yeah. Was he a drinker?
He was before myself and my sister were born, and then after him and my mum split up before he passed away, he got back into drinking again after being sober for 25 years.
Yeah, and it's just a pattern thing. It was all the old feelings. I've got abandonment around him, but I feel that abandonment come from when he was a little boy. So he's just had this pattern going. Honey, if you take nothing else out of this very moment, he is at peace.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to hear that. He is finally at peace, and he's actually quite happy where he's at. Yes, he has regrets because I feel he didn't have a final goodbye with you guys, and he regrets that.
Yeah,
but he doesn't
we didn't
regret.
Get that.
Yeah, he regrets that bit, but he doesn't regret that he's finally finished with the demons. He's absolutely transitioned over, and he's in a really, really beautiful place.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's really good. That's all I was so worried about because he was so damaged and so sad, and I'm glad that he's happy where he is. So.
Honey, he's in a really peaceful state. It's almost like he's finally found his next life as he's transitioned over. I feel he's got a reconnection with a mate, and those two. Yep. Do you know if they used to do like drag races or?
Yes.
Was he into like the supercars and that sort of stuff?
Races. Yep. My dad used to rebuild them and drive them and paint them and race them. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I feel that he's reconnected with a mate, and it's almost like they're causing harmless havoc again. You know, I've got a lot of laughter around him now.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
that sounds exactly like him too.
Yeah, no, that's really, really cool. And I don't know why, but I keep hearing Eagles songs. I don't know if they're an Eagle fan, like you know, Hotel California.
He did
and that
listen
sort of
to
stuff.
the Eagles a little bit. Yeah. He loved his old country rock. He loved the country rock.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, so he's, you know,
oh, that's really good.
What I'm seeing is he is absolutely in a great place, but he does regret not saying goodbye, but he was at his absolute wit's end, and for him, this was the only way he was ever going to pass over. He was never going to die a really old man. It was just like, now is his time, and he just had so many demons, Dale, but you need to hear that he is absolutely at peace right now. Yeah, absolutely
that's
beautiful.
And that's all that I wanted to know, because I obviously wanted to find out about that, so thank you.
Oh, my pleasure, honey. Absolute pleasure. But Ricky Lee, as soon as you said finances, when we first connected on this call, I had September coming at you. September, I see an ease. So, you know, if you're not working at the moment, I feel by September you are going to be back into the workforce, and I've actually got consistent money coming to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. We've been in a really, really tough place for a very long time.
Yeah. Oh, man, this is huge. What I'm being told right now, Ricky, is that you need to write a letter to yourself and apologise to yourself for the way you handle money. It's almost like you need to take ownership of it, and instead of sitting there going, you know, things have been really tough. Things have been really tough for everyone, but it's how we handle those tough times. And I feel for you, it's time for you to apologise to yourself and go, you know what, I haven't been the best money handler and I apologise for that, but as of today, I'm going to change this. And we've got a super strawberry moon, like full moon tonight. So this would be absolutely the perfect timing for you, Ricky Lee, because you release.
Okay.
So write down everything and, do the apology, but also write down that you are releasing all the negative energy around you in regard to your finances. You're releasing all that. And believe me, so go outside and then burn it. So tonight when you look up and you've got this beautiful moon, go outside and burn it, release all that negative energy to that, okay? Because I'm actually saying that come September, you are going to be in a whole different place financially. I feel it's almost like an overnight transition. And in fact, I'm feeling August the 12th, I'm not sure what that's about, but August the 12th is going to be a massive turnaround for you. Massive.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so
that's 8 days after my birthday. My birthday is the 4th of August, so it must be something after my birthday.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the new moon is in August. It could be around the new moon. I'm not sure on what date that is. But with a new moon, always set your intentions. So leading into your birthday, if there's a new moon, I would be writing down that your intention is that you are going to manage your funds better. And it's almost like before you go and buy something, you're going to take a big, deep breath and going, do I really need it? Or is it because I feel like I need something? Some people they go and buy a pair of shoes because they just love shoes, and it could be the colour, it could be the heel. But it's before you do that transaction, just go, hang on a minute, do I really need this? Because you'll probably find, it's like I've got a girlfriend who has 46 pairs of black shoes, and that is no exaggeration. I just went, really? She goes, well, I like them. I said, you've only got 2 feet. So just when you're looking at things like that, just think about really if you really, really need it. Okay? But I'm just getting, Rick, you're about to go on one hell of a ride. Like, I'm absolutely blown away about what's coming ahead for you. And believe me, it is positive. It's like this massive door is about to open. There is gold light shining. So just keep heading in the right. I feel that you are definitely, like you've got the blinker on and you're wanting to get into the other lane. And that is definitely coming ahead. Absolutely. You're about to go down the right path. Okay? Yeah, incredible things coming, Ricky Lee, and I'm really, so just make sure that you do the work in regard to the full moon. Write yourself a letter and apologise for the way you've handled money, and then release that tonight with the full moon, and then just start being very proactive and setting your intentions on what you're going to be, what you want your future to go. But Ricky Lee, I've just got phenomenal stuff happening for you. All right, so thank you for the honour of reading for you, darling. And, okay, folks, so just finishing up, we have the beautiful Bethelaine Haynes joining us next week to talk about our chakras and how important it is to keep them balanced and cleansed. And from my heart to your heart, be kind to you, have a fabulous week, and I will be talking to you all next week, same time. Thanks, everyone.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Time to Shine
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you all doing this evening? I have been feeling this full moon eclipse coming on since last weekend, and I have been clearing and changing, and boy, it's been bringing up a lot of things for me to clear and to release. So how are you all feeling with this going on? This is the third one within just a couple of months. We are in the last of the what they call eclipse season. So I thought tonight it was just so amazing looking at Saturday being the full moon and eclipse, and the juxtaposition of celebrating Independence Day in America, America's birthday. And I was listening to a podcast on YouTube from Deborah Silverman, Astrology. And if you don't know Deborah Silverman, you must check her out. She is funny and witty, and she knows her stuff with astrology. But she was talking about setting the intention with America. And I thought it was so profound. So I wanted to go a little bit into eclipses and why they are so important in our times right now. So eclipses are the gateways to heightened energies. And many of you, especially you that are empaths, have already been feeling this. The heightened energies, it heightens everything, all of our emotions, from anger and sadness to love and everything in between. And a lot of times, these eclipses are, brought into this whole realm so that we can cut and release what no longer serves us. It brings everything bubbling to the surface, right? So if you've had a lot of family issues going on, if there's been a lot going on with maybe your job, within your relationships with people, this is all part of it. It's that heightened energy that's asking us to take a look at what no longer serves us so that we can release that energy for something else to come in, something else that's better, that will, help us in our progress and in our life and on our path. So you have to stop and ask yourself, what are the changes that you need to make? What is being brought up into your awareness right now that needs to change? And then be willing to let that go and be willing to set an intention to fill something back in. Because once you have released something, you must fill it back in with something else, with unconditional love, with an intention. Because if you don't do it, something will show up and fill that space. And it may not be something that you necessarily want in your life. So bringing intentions are really important. This eclipse is all about being open-minded, flexible, so that it can take us into the next stage of change and what is going on in our lives. Okay? So, bringing this all back, it's so amazing that this happens to be on the 4th of July, of Independence Day, the day that America celebrates her birthday. And I say her, I always refer to America in the female sense. So, what a powerful thing. There's so many people out there who are asking, wow, there's so much upheaval and chaos in the world. What is it that I can do to help with that, right? So here is something really fantastic to do. On Saturday, or Friday night actually, as you are setting your intentions for yourself, setting the intention for what you want your life to look like for the next at least 3 months. That can be anything from your job to your work to your family to relationships with people. What does that all look like? Set those intentions right now. And as you're doing that, set an intention for America, not in the sense of government or anything like that, but as America, as the land, as everything magnificent that we remember America to be, and what our founding fathers saw when they first stepped foot on the soil. Say an intention for humanity, right? Say an intention that says, may there be love and joy and health and well-being for all of humanity, for America, for the world, actually, to bring us all together so that we may prosper and grow and be healthy as one. And with that, if you can imagine that if every single person in the world set an intention similar to that on Friday, imagine how it could change the world. It could change the vibration. It could change the awareness of reality. If we could all do that, it's such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful thing. So if you're looking for a way to help out, send that positive energy, set that intention for humanity, for the world, and for America, and celebrate her in the best way that you possibly can. So I hope that helps. And with that, we're going to go to the phone lines tonight. We have Belinda in Queensland, Australia. Good evening, Belinda.
Hello.
Welcome to Your Time to Shine. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What can we do tonight?
I guess I'm struggling and feeling quite alone, and not sure really what friends around me to trust. And I think I'm running around in circles, making not the best decisions at the moment. Yeah, I just want to know if things are going to improve.
Okay. Let me take just a moment here and tune into your loved ones, and let me see what they have to say, and I will be right back with you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, so Belinda, so the first thing that I am getting is that, you yourself are a huge empath, and you feel very deeply. You feel for the world, you feel for what's going on, and that's coming into everything that you do, which, not unlike anybody else in the world right now that's kind of feeling all of this, but it's really taking an effect on you.
Yeah.
They're showing me that it is really starting to affect everything that you do each and every day. You're a very positive person. You're very outgoing and very loving and kind, and that shows up in every aspect of your life. And when you're feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, it's really hard for you to be in that space that you so like to be in, right? And so it's throwing you off. It's throwing you off course a bit. And you're not really sure what to do with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a couple of things here that you can do is to make sure that you are taking some time for you. And when I say that, I mean take a step back a little bit from everything that's going on in the world. Take a step back if you can, and then just get some silence. Let your mind be quieted for even if it's 5 minutes. Okay?
Yeah.
And a good way to do this is just to put your hands on your heart and close your eyes.
Yeah.
And breathe and concentrate only on your breathing. Okay? What that does is it brings everything into awareness to our heart chakra and to our heart, and it slows everything down for us. It gives us a chance to be in presence and to breathe. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
This is going to be really, really helpful for you to do this. Even if you can just do it, a couple times a day.
Yeah.
Just to bring that presence back into your life, because that's really what is making you spin out of control, is that you're not being present in the present moment. And I'll tell you, it's really hard right now with what we are all dealing with, right? And what the world is dealing with. But you have to remember that you can't take it all on, because it's not for you to take on and try to fix as much as you want to try to fix it. So if you can remember that piece of it, you can send love and light to the world and to all of those who may be having a hard time or suffering. But then you need to be bringing that back to yourself, back into your awareness, because that's going to help you stop spinning, so to speak.
Yes, I feel I am, and I'm making choices that probably aren't that good at the moment. Yeah.
Well, and here again, we're coming up on an eclipse, right? So there's a lot of things coming up for people that need to be released, that need to be healed. And these things are coming up for you too. So if you can stop and recognize what it is that's coming up for you, what is a trigger for you, what is making you just really angry or sad or upset or frustrated. And there's a time in there where you need to be able to release that, relinquish it, and let it go, and set an intention on what you want to have in your life.
Yeah, okay. Do you see my friendships improving? I'm not sure about any of my friends, really.
So what they're showing me on the friendship aspect of it, again, some things are coming up for people to heal around friendships, around relationships. Again, I'm being shown that people are distancing themselves, but it's not because of you, okay? It's because they have some things that they're trying to clear and trying to understand themselves. And so in order to do that, they're pulling away a little bit.
Yes. Okay.
But I'm being shown that they're going to come back around. Okay.
Okay.
They're going to come back around.
Okay.
Send them love.
Okay.
Send them light. And, you know, see yourself and see them being wrapped in brilliant white light. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I see things really starting to shift for you coming up in late fall. I know that seems like a really long time, but things right now for you are really, they're in this gearing up period. And so things are going to start showing up towards, I would say, like October, November time. And you're going to feel a little bit of a release and a little bit of a shift.
Okay. Okay. There's one other thing. I recently opened the door to my family, but I feel that wasn't the best idea, and I've closed it again. So I'm trying to. Do you think that's the best idea?
Hang on just a moment. So there's been some circumstances with your family that is kind of that has caused a little bit of a rift, a little bit of a separation, so to speak. I'm being shown that, again, this is all stuff that's coming up with this eclipse. Okay. So if you can just give it a little bit of time and give it a little bit of time to level out, it's all going to come back. But right now, there are some big energies at play, and you're not immune from it. There's big energies like this coming up in other people's lives as well. It's part of the collective, where people are reevaluating themselves. They're evaluating their families. They're evaluating their situations. They're showing me that this is going to take a little bit of time to heal. It's not going to be something that's going to come back around real quickly. But they're saying be patient because it'll be worth the wait. Belinda, are you still with us? I'm hoping, Belinda, that helped you, that brought a little bit of peace to you. So I just want to say thank you so much for calling in, and do set your intentions for this eclipse because it's going to be really big. Okay. So next we have Marilyn in Niagara Falls, New York. Good evening, Marilyn, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Good evening.
Hi.
What can you tell me today?
Are you just looking for something in general, or do you have a specific question?
No, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. All right. Sounds good. So let me tune in and see what your loved ones have to say. And I will be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Wow, Marilyn. So I just have to say, you have some fantastic energy. your loved ones are showing me, and I feel it as well. You have a really dynamic personality. You're very strong. You know exactly what it is that you want. You're full of fire. You're full of life, and it comes through so much on every level. You have a way with people that is just absolutely magnificent. People are attracted to you, and it's your energy. It is your being, your essence, and you are here to really help people, but help them in different ways. You don't see yourself as a person to help others, but I'm here to tell you that by you being who you are, being the person that you are, that dynamic personality, you can show people different sides. You're very good at showing, being the mediator, so to speak, of different ways of doing things, of showing them, well, look at this option. Well, then there's this option. And if you go with this option, you know, this could be a really magnificent outcome. You're a person who is kind of that person of a shoulder to cry on. Not necessarily that anybody has cried on your shoulder, but they feel very supported by you. They feel like you really do care. At your core, you really care. And so by doing this, you're healing. You're bringing love into the world. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. You know, your team is saying, continue on with this. Keep pushing forward with this. You don't even realize what you have, the potential that you have here, and how many lives you are really touching. It's a really beautiful, beautiful thing.
Well, thank you.
You have really been doing your part to help the world, to heal the world, and do whatever it is that you can do. Are you doing a lot of like donating your time? I'm seeing like giving back.
Yeah, I've recently done that, yes.
Okay.
Come in.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I see. That's just that part, that giving part of you, and what it's doing is as you are giving back, you are also receiving. You have a little bit of a hard time receiving from others, and so you are very much a giver. So you have to be able to receive yourself as well, whether that be through someone helping you get through a tough time, someone giving you a compliment, whether it's a monetary value. You have to be able to open up and be able to receive, because as you open up and receive, you can give more, which gives you more to receive. So it's that balance in the universe to be able to do that. So they're saying that, you know, work on that really, really, because receiving is really hard, especially for those who give a lot. So it is a very
yes,
much
it is.
yes, it's very much a practice thing. And so they're encouraging you to continue to do this, because as you do this, it just opens up more and more for you. There's something around moving. Are you physically moving? Are you physically moving to a new location?
thinking about it.
Okay. I see you moving. I see you changing. It's really more about changing locations rather than it is about changing homes or houses or things like that. It's pushing you. They're showing me that it's pushing you in that direction that you need to be going. So if you've been questioning whether this move is right for you, I'm getting that it's going to be a really positive change for you.
Okay.
They say don't worry about what's being left behind. You can't really look at it as being left behind. It's not going to be left behind. It's just going to be a new chapter. It's just going to look a little different than what you thought it was going to look like. Okay, so they're saying it's going to look different. So don't go into this with any preconceived ideas. Be very open to this, because what you think it might look like right now may not be what it's going to be, but it's going to be in your highest and best.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like to me that you're moving into an area that's there's a lot of nature. I see a lot of trees. And that's what you gravitate towards. You're very much about the nature. And so I see you moving into something more like that. It's going to give you that boost, that little bit of elbow room, so to speak, air to breathe, they're saying. Are you moving upstate?
I was considering leaving the state.
Leaving the state, okay. They keep showing me upper state. So wherever this is that you're looking at going, again, I just see that there's this beauty of trees and water, and it's in an upper state. That's all they keep saying is upper state.
No, it's a southern state.
Okay.
A southern state, the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, lovely. Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Well, I definitely say, thank you and the best of luck to you on this, because I think it's going to be a magnificent change for you. I think you're going to thrive, really. And that makes my heart so happy. It just feels so wonderful.
Yeah, I've been there 3 times and just came back from there, and every time I go, I don't want to leave.
Oh, I feel that. Well, Marilyn, thank you so much for calling in. We're coming down to the last few seconds of our show. So God bless you and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, that does it for us, everyone. Everybody stay safe and healthy during the 4th of July weekend. Set your intentions. Reach out to me on my Facebook page at Julie Yeager Walker Medium, or Your Time to Shine. You can always find me on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Happy 4th, everybody.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Avid Advice Live with Fia Johansson. Live from AvidAdviceLive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Avid Advice Live
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Talking About Success. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. You may know me as the #1 success coach in America, co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and also the Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And this show is a lot about helping you get from where you are now to where you want to be. We're going to help you do that today. I have a fabulous guest today with me, Fia Johansson. She is an amazing being who is going to share, I think, some powerful information that will transform your life with us today. She is a entrepreneur's coach, a coach of entrepreneurs, and also a keynote speaker. And those terms don't even begin to talk about the depth of who you are. So we'll unpack that a little bit. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. So tell us a bit about that. You know, you're a coach, you're a speaker. Tell us about yourself, some background perhaps, and a little bit about your work. Just
Sure.
get started.
After I got Master of Psychology, I asked myself, now what? Okay, you got Master of Psychology, you're in your practice 8 hours a day, and you're just listening to people who came in and just crying, feel anxious, not happy, not feeling okay, and always connected to themselves about their past, not looking forward for the future. Then how you can change this? Well, nobody teach us in high school and university what means conscious and subconscious. But I learned, and I felt, okay, you do have a Master of Psychology. You did a lot of businesses at the age of 22. So you know how to be or help all the entrepreneurs out there. And most of those amazing problems, they come from finance. But how can you help them to achieve faster? And instead, they're walking into your office and talk about, I can't do it, I'm not happy. They just focus on something that they can do it, and they will, and they are going to. And from there, I named myself Subconscious Mind Surgeon.
Subconscious mind surgeon.
How to hijack someone's subconscious mind, how to make him and her happier and healthier and wealthier about herself or himself, and how to make them to become successful. Just to know the secret between conscious and subconscious.
So let's unpack that for a minute, if you will. What is the secret to know between the conscious?
Well, what's happening in our life, who we are today, is all because of our subconscious. Mm-hmm. So how we attract things to ourselves because of our conscious. So if we consciously connecting to positivities, replace negative thought to positive thought. So subconsciously, we are attracting positivities, monies, energies, and people. You was the one that taught me in so many years how we can use our subconscious mind, our brain, to get what we want. Mm-hmm. So you've been my mentor for so many years, Jack.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to have been your mentor. I think in many ways you've gone beyond me and some of your understandings of this work and your ability to assist people with that, but thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely. I read all your books, and I was amazed by each of them.
Thank you.
And you taught me a lot, and I found the secret in between conscious and subconscious, which after so many years, I'm teaching all my students, followers, fans, over 2 million followers, fans worldwide, and I'm talking about you so highly, and I'm telling them, just ask and receive. And they asking me, what do you mean ask? I said, well, Jack said ask and receive, because you always says ask, never just refuse to ask. And then they said, like, what is in between asking and receiving? And what is in between asking and subconscious mind? I said, well, you are asking. That means consciously you put yourself through on fear or no problem in whatsoever you can think in your business or in your private life. And subconsciously, when you are asleep, your brain is starting to recognize, realize, and bring things to attention to universe. And the frequencies will bring everything back to your life.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It really is all about frequencies and vibration.
Absolutely. We are all based on energies, and you know that, Jack.
I do. When you're teaching your students, in addition to what you just said, are there other things you do to teach them to raise their vibration, raise their frequencies?
Exactly.
Can you share some of those?
Well, some people ask me, how can I do that? Well, like on the way here, I just put on the music. I'm so excited. So everybody was like, oh, I love this music and I'm excited. I got excited. Like, yes, like you guys, I mean, they can easily do with some memories, something that they make them to feel happy. Let's say that we do have like a bad day or something had happened last week. We are not feeling happy. I was like, you know what? Change it, replace it. It's all thought. To me, there's no such a thing as a bad thought and good thought. It's all thought. But we are the producer of those thoughts. If I'm going to have a drama in my life, so I produce a drama and became a drama queen. If I want action, I produce action. If I want calmness and happiness, I produce calmness and happiness and family movies. So just do it the way that you want. And it's all thought. And that's what people kind of think of, you're right. Yeah, replace it. Positive thought. Because this is all your thought. You can change it in a second and minutes. And that's what they do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you and I are involved in a book together.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited.
Good.
Exactly. I'm so excited about that book. And I'm so happy to co-author together with you. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I still can't believe that I've been asked by you. And I'm just so grateful. So a lot of people ask me, what is all about? What is all about success? And they ask me what means. Means that how you can easily, but very gradually and nicely succeed in what you want in your life. And it's all about strategy. What type of strategy of your life you have to choose or have in order to succeed. So Success Strategy book, for a lot of my students, followers, and fans, is going to be the biggest book ever. They're going to change their life, and I know they will, and I know it's going to.
How do you define success for you?
To me, success means when you are happy, when you find your happiness. Success means you do things that you love. You feel things that you love. You connect with things that you love. And to me, success divine with love.
Beautiful.
It's divine love.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you're a producer of a film called The Game Masters, which I'm really eager to see. Talk about the movie.
Well, it's all about sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, human traffickings, and it's telling what's happening around us, around countries, Middle Eastern and all other places. And that way, I would say I was very blessed to get connect with a lot of powerful people, police, law enforcement, who they would love to help me to bring it to a lot of people's attention, what's going on around us, around the world. And that taught me a lot, and I'm very happy and blessed that I could. And is still continuing, is still get going. We are going to have another movie which coming, and it's going to be almost continuing the same way, but we are going to let other people know about more political stuff, things which is behind and all the stuff. I know that there's a lot of people may not really like that when we poke them in the eyes, but we're just trying to show people what's going on around and what means human trafficking, what means when a woman, beautiful, gorgeous ladies who came from other countries, without knowing what she's going, where she's going, how she's doing, and what happened to her, and what else is going to happen in the world. So there's a lot behind it.
What drew you into that project?
Well, as you know, I'm also medium, so basically this is my bonus. So I'm working with law enforcement, police officers, private investigators, and also intelligence services. So I saw a lot with my own eyes. I feel a lot with my own heart. And I felt I need to make a movie. I need to bring it to attention to other people as well. They need to know about it. And this is the truth, the real truths of everything that we have on a daily basis, but we have no idea if it's even exists or not. So that made me to feel that take an action, making movies, and let everybody knows about it.
So most people out there would say, oh, I see something, I'm going to make a movie. I mean, most people would feel overwhelmed by even committing to doing such a big thing.
It's hard. It's not easy. Making a movie is not easy. Being a producer is not easy because you have to connect with a lot of people. And in Hollywood, well, as I always says, there is impossible Hollywood and impossible Hollywood. So you have to get connected with impossible, but to me, because I just choose the name as Impossible Hollywood, everything has to say yes, and they're gonna just go for it, and we are going to shake hands. But it was hard. It was not easy, and having the commitment to a lot of people, let them to commit with you, make their promises come around, and get things move on. It's just not easy. It wasn't easy. But I believe in one thing. If you want to do something, and if you do have enough belief on what you are doing and the message that you want to send to the world, then universe will help you no matter what. So that's what universe helped me. So I found most amazing actors and actress. I found amazing, basically investors, and I found amazing A-list actress who basically wanted and would love to get in touch and get in tune with it. And I loved the way that they wanted to, kind of get engaged and shaking hand with me and just say, we are here for you. For whatever you are doing, we are here to support you.
Beautiful. Is the movie a drama or a documentary, or what's the...
It's drama.
Drama.
Yeah, action drama.
Very good. Well, good for you. That's impressive.
I have another things that coming out soon. Next movie. Maybe I should just make a movie of your life.
That's already been done.
Well, we can do another version.
Okay.
You just said that you birthed again about like 2 days ago.
I went through a very transformative experience just a week ago, and I feel very different. So maybe we'll make a movie about that.
Definitely. For sure.
I'm just wondering who you'll cast as me. That'll be interesting.
It's going to be, I'm so sure. I'm also working with a lot of charities, and I open my own charities because I believe through knowledge, people can understand themselves better. They can fool each other. They can hate each other. So basically, through knowledge, you can really find through yourself and build yourself up. So that's why I built my Cultivating Knowledge, charity or foundation, which is there's a lot of celebrities already been involved and helped me on that, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that as well. And also, I'm co-authoring book with Jiu-Jitsu master in United States. He was the one who basically brought Jiu-Jitsu to United States, or his family basically found the Jiu-Jitsu. And I have to take you there because you need to definitely train with Riga Machado. So he's trained all celebrities, A-list celebrities in Beverly Hills, and you name it, he's trained.
Wow, that's great.
And he's an awesome guy, like humble, like nice teddy bear, so kind in so many ways, and I know you're gonna love him.
Oh, I look forward to that. That's exciting.
So yeah, would love to co-author with him and just like tell about his success stories, because it's amazed me. I mean, I cried when he started to tell about himself and telling what he did. I almost cried. I was like, wow, couldn't even believe that you went through all those things, and then wow, that's amazing success that you have, and all celebrities, one after each other, just like walking to his academy. It was like, wow, I'm amazed by you, man. What type of power you have? Tell me about your secret. And he always says, well, you know my secret, Fia? Subconscious mind, huh? It's funny.
It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There are so many stories that need to be told. So many people walking the planet who have these inspirational lives, and the people need more of that. I think we need a few less Transformer movies and a few more stories like that to really talk about true transformation.
Exactly.
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 Coming.
Yeah, good for
It's
you.
coming. It's coming.
So, is there any, if you had like one main message for everyone out there, like, you know, what would you say to them? What do you want to impart to people?
Well, there's two messages out there, basically. One of my most important message to you guys who basically wants to open new businesses, became an entrepreneur and not knowing what to do. So find a good investors, find a good productive group of people. And number 3, just get into the market and nail it. And my second message, you already have a company and you are already successful, but you are tired and you don't know where to go and what to do because you just feel bored and you want to make more money, but not more money coming. For my advice is hire the coach and mentor, me and Jack. We know how to do to make you to feel fun, happy, and connected to yourself again. Because there's a lot of successful people already. They make, you guys make money, they make money. They do not have any problem of making money. But happiness, they do have issues with happiness. How they can connect with themselves, with their own soul. And how can I just feel satisfied? I feel satisfied when it comes to my family, when it comes to money, when it comes to my, 7 Ferraris, Lamborghinis, whatever, but I'm not still satisfied with myself. Well, we can help you guys to feel satisfied with your soul, together with Jack.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Now, obviously, you have your book, you have your coaching programs, you do mediumship, all this stuff. If people want to get in touch with you to find out more, take advantage of what you have to offer, where do they go?
Well, I do have a very strong social media, Persian Medium. So it's very strong. It's over 1,300,000 of followers, which I'm very grateful and happy for that. I have my Facebook, which is about 500,000 followers, which is I'm grateful and thankful for that. I have PersianMedium.com, which if you guys go to PersianMedium.com, they can get all the news worldwide. And some people, they want to just like have some conversation with me kind of on the phone in a confidential way. They don't want to mention about their name. A lot of celebrities basically are communicating with me through that platform because they don't want to bring about their names or whatever it is. So it's Avid Advice, AVIDadvice.com. It's actually the secure and safe platform for all of you to just connect with me and ask me any questions from A to Z, and I'm here to help you out.
Beautiful. So now I understand you're working on another book too. Can you share with us what that is?
This is actually the book that I do with my husband. So me as a woman, he is a man. We are thinking how we are almost connecting with each other, like he's a pizza type of slide when it comes to his mind, his strategies, the feelings, or his life when it comes to the wife, to the kids, and everything. And I'm actually the sweet cake layers, which basically woman has life as a sweet cake, layers by layers by layers, but man has like a pizza sliders. Like, you know what, this is a slide of my life, which is my career. The another slide is actually, you know, my wife, my kids, and my friends, and other stuff. So, but through that book, we are going to share why a lot of men and women, after 5 years, after 6 years, they feel bored and they can't handle each other anymore, and there is no sweet love anymore in between them. And why men and women, after 6 and maybe 10 years, not understanding each other's or each other's language, and the sex life is not actually working. What's going on? The same chemistry was about 10 years ago is not even working anymore. So how you can hit this up with knowing how this pizza slide and the sweet cake layers work together.
That's beautiful. No, it's so good because the statistic is that 50% of all marriages end in divorce. So there's something in there about gluten-free. We won't go there, but we'll get.
I love that.
We'll figure it
Actually,
out.
that's
We'll figure it
fantastic.
out.
I love it.
But I think it's going to be such a contribution to so many people.
Absolutely.
So I'm really happy you're doing that.
Oh, thank you.
What's your husband's name? Let's give him a.
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah,
All right, good.
Mr. Rick. So Rick is an amazing entrepreneur, fantastic dad, and amazing husband, and I mean it. I'm a busy woman, 24 hours and 7 days, working with a million projects, but he is also doing the same things, but he's always there for our kids. We have 3 boys, 1 and 2.5, 5.5, and 7.5, as I remember. So, and they love him so much, and I'm so happy and lucky to have him as a husband, because without him, I wouldn't really become a successful person today. Because when you have everything cozy and happy at home, kids is happy and they are connected to themselves, then make you to feel powerful to continue, encourage you to trying to bring, money, love, passion, whatever they want in their life. But if he wasn't there, I wouldn't even do any of those, because my mind couldn't even actually settle in one thing, focus on one thing, and I couldn't be a multitasker.
Beautiful. Well, good for him and good for you.
Thank you
I'm so happy. I'm looking forward to the book.
Absolutely, me too. Let's see if women gonna hate him or love him, or if men gonna love me or hate me. I don't know. Let's say we figure it out later on.
I'm sure we will. Great.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Why you choose me to co-author with me?
I think you're an amazing being. You're one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. And I think you have deep, deep wisdom to impart with the world. And I want that wisdom out there. So anything I can do to support that and getting your message out, your energy out, having people realize you're a resource that's valuable, I would do that in a minute.
And by the way, I am also invited for 2 shows, like a reality shows, which is on the production already. Hopefully coming next year, and I would love to have you in one of my shows.
I would love to.
I can't wait.
My pleasure.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. It's exciting.
It's super exciting.
Well, I just see you at the top of a cliff, just diving off into the space and doing amazing things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, always my husband says, when someone says no to you, you get more challenge. I says, of course. Then never say no to me. So it's that's exactly what I say no to you, because I know exactly how to challenge you. So no to me is all challenge, and challenge to me is happiness, love, and prosperity. And I think challenge means that change the directions, feel happy again, and find your niche. Just every each of us has some talent, but not every each of us knows exactly how to use this talent. And just tap into the abilities that you have, that I always tell you guys. And I read all your books, and that's exactly what you says all the time. Find the real purpose of your life, and when you find the real purpose, then you know how to live. And that's exactly what I did. I found my purpose. My purpose is all about helping others, as you do.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah. My purpose has always been inspiring and empowering people to live their highest vision.
Exactly. The highest power, the divine energies, the divine love. And everything actually is possible with divine love. Everything. Everything.
I think we'll end with that. That's a good statement. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right. So you heard it here. And it's all available to you. And you deserve it. And so there are many places to go to receive that. But this woman here is one of the great supporters of your evolution. And so it's think about this as we end this show, that so many times opportunities come in front of you to actually give you the very thing you're looking for. And sometimes we pass it up. So don't do that this time. Take advantage of what she has to offer you. So thanks for joining us. Remember, everything's possible with divine love. You are divine love. And we're all here together to serve each other. And so I hope tonight or today, whenever you're watching this, that you've been served by us. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Talking About Success.
naturally to me. I never decide for any of those messages. The only responsibility that I have is that I have to deliver the message.
What was your reading like with Persian medium? Oh my god, I love her. So I actually had a moment with her when she was walking in. She came by her table for water. And it was just like, whew. That's how I felt.
Are you gonna like come back for more? Oh yeah.
You're not even leaving. It was all kind of things I kind of knew. I felt intuitively guided. It's nice to feel her tap into those deeper places and I guess reveal hidden places that I sense and feel, but have her kind of present them.
She said, I'm going to meet a man who's going to come right to me. It's been quite a while, and if that happens, I'm going to be in huge debt to her.
This was a great reading today because it lifts my spirits. Spirits have been depressed for a while because of adverse happenings going on. I'm very pleased about that.
I went to her workshop yesterday and it was awesome. Yes, and I got her book, so I'm excited about that.
Well, this is the only reading I've done and it's the only reading I would do. And it's because I just know that.
She told me things that I already knew. And then she also told me things that I was surprised at. Like she could read me. Like things I was in denial of, she was actually reading what I was in denial of. So it was wonderful. It really was.
I didn't say a word. She just knew exactly how I felt about it.
You know, she's absolutely right. So it's kind of like you have the answers inside somewhere, and she kind of validated what I was thinking.
If you are a person that trying to, make your sense or see your sensualities in your emotion, your vision, imagination, your subconscious mind, get close to that power, then you can see, feel, and connect to the spirit.
Welcome back to the Global Entrepreneurship Initiative. I'm excited to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Fia Johansson, who's better known as the Persian medium and subconscious mind surgeon. She's a multi-talented motivational speaker, clinical hypnotherapist, and celebrity psychic medium. An author who works closely with law enforcement to help locate missing people and solve difficult criminal cases with detectives and as well as private investigators. Throughout her career, she's helped thousands of people identify personal roadblocks to help them truly believe in their own path to success, whatever that dream may be. Her greatest passion in life is helping others achieve their ultimate dreams and desires, teaching people to believe that truly anything is possible. Please help me welcome to the stage Ms. Fia Johansson.
Welcome back. Did you know that police departments across the country and even the CIA sometimes turn to psychics to help them solve cases? Victims' families looking for answers also turn to mediums for closure. Fiona Johansson is an author as well as a licensed psychologist and hypnotist.
Welcome back. Our next guest is a celebrity medium, a clinical hypnotherapist, a holistic healer, and holds a master's in psychology. Fia Johansson is known as the Persian medium, and she's even worked with intelligence agencies and law enforcement to find answers in cases. She also wants all of us to discover our best selves. Fia, good morning.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Jack Canfield, your host for Hollywood Live. My next guest, Fia Johansson, is an amazing person. She is speaks 5 languages, which I find very impressive. She's emigrated to several countries, has a psychology degree from the University of Stockholm in Sweden. She is a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist and healer, and God knows probably other things I don't even know about.
Hi, welcome back to Times Square Today. I am your host, Greg Roulette, and I am very excited for our next guest because she is known as the Persian medium, the subconscious mind surgeon. She's a motivational speaker, clinical hypnotherapist, and celebrity psychic medium. This is going to be a fascinating conversation with my good friend, Fia Johansson.
For centuries, it's believed
believes that mediums have been able to mediate communication between spirits of the dead and living human beings. People usually recruit mediums to help them get in contact with family members or friends who have passed on. But celebrity psychic Fiona Johansson is also using her abilities to help law enforcement solve cold cases and help exonerate and free innocent inmates. And Fiona is joining us now. Fiona, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing today?
A1R, Lifestyle, Healing and Wellness Radio. A breath of fresh air. This is A1R, a product of Positive Peak.
Hello everyone, this is Persian Medium and thanks for joining us on A1R Psychic Radio Network show. So hopefully everything is okay with you guys and thank you so much for all the supports and all the things that